everybody. I'm hoping my voice holds up. What I want to do is do a discussion tonight on Revelation 13. And joining me right now, I've got Floyd S. and I've got Jason McFall. And Therian Knight is also with us, but he's on hiatus. He should be back here directly.
He is currently indisposed at the moment.
Absolutely. So I'm going to jump right into this, okay? See, what I'm about to speak on this evening, it goes with the asteroid impact that I had spoken on in a previous video and the rescue that Jesus referred us to in the book of Daniel, which clarifies that the asteroid will hit at the end of the fourth empire, which Daniel describes as the fourth beast. What I would like to do is examine Revelation chapter 13 and see if we can find any more clues on the final world empire and that will rule. And at the time when the asteroid impact, especially the beast was with the the 7 heads and the 10 horns first. So verse 1 of Revelation 13 says, I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast having had 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns were 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the first point here is the beast rises up out of the sea. You know, in the examination of Daniel, it was discovered that the fourth beast has the 10 horns, and it represents the Roman Empire. And we also know the Roman Empire surrounded the Mediterranean Sea at its height. So the beast with the 7 heads and the 10 horns is, and the resident of the sea appears at first glance to be the Holy Roman Empire. So we see that verse 2 says, the beast, which I saw was like a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him power. So the first point is this verse. It is that a beast is like a leopard, and he has feet of a bear and the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him the power of authority. So the beast is like a leopard, his feet, whereas the feet of a bear. His mouth is the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gives the beast his power, his seat, and great authority. So it's pretty clear to me that the beast with the 7 heads and the 10 horns on Revelation 13. Let's see. 1 second. Lost my place. Okay, Therian. I'm trying to find my place. I lost it right quick. I was doing so good too. I can't ever do a broadcast without messing up and losing my place. Whoa. Okay, that's all right. I'll find it here.
You gotta lose your place at least once during a live show.
I know. It wouldn't be me if not. It wouldn't be me. Okay, so let's see, where was I at? My notes here. Okay, so let me just start right here. So the first point is in the verse that the beast is like a leopard, like I had said. It gave him power and authority. And so it says right here, so it's pretty clear to me that the beast with the 7 heads and 10 horns from Revelation 13 is a combination of Daniel's 4 beasts, and it has 10 horns like Daniel's 4th beast, like a leopard, which has Daniel's 3rd beast. And it's the second one, at least, which was the first, and it says it gets really confusing. Just so we know, the lion represents the Babylonian Empire, okay? And then the bear represents the first Persian Empire, and the leopard represents the Greek Empire and the Hellenistic period. So it says, and the 10 horns of this beast in Revelation 13 appear to refer to the 10 horns of the Roman Empire. And we also know the Roman Empire was historically made up of 3 sections: the Western Roman Empire, the Eastern Roman Empire, and the Holy Roman Empire. So originally it seemed the 3 sections of the Roman Empire may be part of the 10 horns. But now we know that can't be, okay? Because Daniel tells us that the 10 horns are the 10 toes, the feet, which occur at the end of the Roman Empire. So the 4th piece is, so the 3 sections that start at the beginning of the Roman Empire during the leg space cannot be part of the horns, but they may be the 3 of the heads. So Revelation 13 says, the beast has 7 heads, and the beast is like a leopard, which had 4 heads, and then the beast has 10 horns, which are part of the 4th empire. And that right there historically segregated into three sections. So the foreheads of the leopard and the three sections of the Roman Empire may represent the seven heads of the beast. The beast is like a leopard, and it has feet of the bear and the mouth of a lion. So that seems to say it wasn't fully formed until the leopard had it entered. And the leopard had the mouth of the lion in Babylon, and it was just in deceit. And the bear was of Persia. So it was like the leopard, and the leopard had four heads. So the beast has the four heads of the leopard and the Greek Empire, and the beast also has the three additional heads of the Roman Empire. So those seem to be the seven heads of the beast. Okay. And the four heads of the leopard plus the three sections of the Roman Empire and attain the horns occur. So at the very end of the fourth empire, so the beast with seven heads and 10 horns. Okay, it talks about Babylon and it continues into the modern era. So these appear to be the seven heads of the beast. And now the verse 3 says, I saw one of these heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wandered after the beast. So the fifth point is of the seven heads is wounded and then afterward healed. Okay. So they wandered after the beast and they worshiped the dragon, which gave power to the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who was like the beast? Who is able to make war with him? Now, let me stop right there. Does that not sound like the United States? Us being the war machine?
The United States has been the war machine for the last 100 years.
Exactly. So think about that right quick. It says, who is able to make war with the beast? Because we have been the war machine of the world.
There is one other thing you could look at. Take tectonic plates, like the way they move up and down.
Yeah.
It could also refer to like the return of Atlantis. Because just think of it like the Atlantis Empire.
Well, at the very end, continents are going to rise and continents are going to fall, to start all over again. And I absolutely do believe it all goes back to the Atlanteans up there in. I do.
Yeah, and it's like right at the beginning, just where it says like the blasphemous name. Yeah. It never mentions the name of the beast.
Correct. So it says here, who was able to make war with the beast, right? So the question implies that no one is able to make war with the dragon, the beast. So we already know the reason they can't make war with the beast is because the beast rules in the name of peace. And we already know from our examination of Daniel that the kingdom, let's see, they destroys and arises, okay? And it's the League of Nations, which became the United Nations. So we're just receiving confirmation in Revelation 13 that this is what Daniel was describing. So where the 5 and 6 and 7 appear to refer to the Western and Eastern and the Holy Empires, and the woman may refer to abolition of the Holy Roman Empire in 1806 after Napoleon's defeat and treaty. And that was during the French Revolutionary Wars. So that was the win by the sword, I guess that's what it says. And that was to the head of the beast. So verse 5 says, there was given to him a mouth, speaking great things and blasphemies. And the power was given to him to continue for 42 months. And then 42 months equals roughly 3.5 years. And you notice the 3.5 years of 42 months that matches the period that we were given in Daniel. And so it says, so if a time is a year and times is 2 years and half a time is half a year, then that equals 3.5 years, you see. And that's common knowledge. 42 months is 3.5 years, which matches the times and half a time. Also, during my studies of Daniel 12 and Revelation 12 and Matthew 24, all say the rescue will occur at the start of that time period when the asteroid hits. All the people in the book, the elect will escape, and it says for times and half a time, that's 3.5 years. And that's when the dragon goes after the remnant. So with we that have that know that we know, that's for sure. And it appears that the dragon will continue after the asteroid impact and go after the remnant, and the dragon gives power to the beast. So that may be why Revelation 13 uses the word continue. When the asteroid hits and the beast continues after that for 42 months or 3.5 years, that's when Revelation 12, says after the remnant. And remember, Daniel said the burning flames and the burning flame stone, some, of the beast lives will be prolonged for a season, okay? In time right here. And it says the fourth beast not beheld to the thrones that were to the stones that were cast down. How he beheld to the beast was slain and given to the burning flame. And as concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away. Their lives were prolonged for a season at a time. So this burning flame is described as a stone in Daniel 2. So we're told the burning stone destroys the beast, but the beast has the power to continue for 42 months after 3.5 years. Okay. Anybody want to add anything to that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so we know that the beasts, the mark of the beast, will arise in power as well.
Yep.
The mark of the beast, it'll also rise in power, and it's going to be forced on everybody. I forgot what scripture that's in, but it's in somewhere in Matthew where the
Yeah.
scripture talks about where the mark of the beast is going to be forced on anybody, and anybody
Yeah.
I'll
who
be
is
right
not
back.
the mark will be beheaded.
Some people say, Floyd, that it has to be free will to choose the mark, and other people say the mark will be forced. So I guess it's just a differentiate of opinion,
That's why we have to study the scriptures to see what
Amen.
is saying.
Amen.
We can't take
Okay.
anybody's opinion. We have to
Okay.
take the
So,
facts of what
so,
the scripture
okay.
says.
So the other beast will survive a season at the base of the beast continues for 42 months, right? And then in
Right.
verse 6, it says, he opened his mouth and blasphemed against God and blasphemed God's name and his tabernacle and all that was in heaven. So the beast, he brings the name of God, he blasphemes the name of God and the tabernacle and those in heaven. Okay, and then you see in verse 7, it says, was given to him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And the power is given to him over our kindred in terms of nations and tongues and nations, excuse me. And then verse 8 says, and all upon the earth will worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life. And that's another thing right now, due to the deceptions in our Bible, there's many people right now that are worshiping the beast and they don't even realize it.
Yep.
So,
It's right in
so
front of your. What's amazing is it's right in front of your face.
yeah, yeah.
And you have eyes
Those
to
that have
see.
eyes to see, honey, if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, you'll get it, right?
Yep.
So they're those who are not in the book of life, okay, or worship the beast, and the beast is being worshipped right now by those who are not written in the book of life. And that matches what is in Daniel 12, Revelation 12, and Matthew 24. The elect will be rescued at the asteroid impact, which starts at the final 3.5 year point or period. So Daniel 12 told us all those in the book will be rescued. And now Revelation 13 confirms this, that the ones not written in the book are the ones who worship the beast. So all those in the book who do not worship the beast escaped to the wilderness at the start of the 3.5 years. And during that time, the beast blasphemes and the people in heaven. So we're told people in the book will fly to the wilderness, but where's the wilderness exactly? Revelation 12 told us the woman in verse 14 who repents, those in the book will be given 2 wings of a great eagle, and they might fly into the wilderness into their place. And verse 6 tells us their place is a place prepared by God, and that's the Father's house. Jesus said in John 14. So verse 2, in my Father's house are many mansions. I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go to prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you will be also. So the people in the book are going to the place prepared by God, which is the Father's house, where Jesus is. And Jesus told us where the place is in Luke 17. The first and the other Jesus confirmed himself, starting in verse 29, that it will rain fire and brimstone from heaven, and the day when the Son of Man is revealed. So that's right here immediately of the days, there will the stars fall from heaven, and they shall appear, and you'll see the Son of Man, the sign of the Son of Man coming in the heavens and the clouds. And that's after the tribulation of the days. Right after the 1260 days, which is in the text that tells us that represent years, the stars fall, and that's a sign of the Son of Man that appears in the heavens. So Jesus outright confirms the timeline in Luke 17, starting in verse 29. He said, "It will rain fire and brimstone from heaven." In the day when the Son of Man is revealed, he said, and in that day when it rains fire and brimstone from heaven, in that day or night, depending on where you are on the planet, one shall be taken and the other left behind. And then when he was asked where they will be taken, and he answered with another riddle, and he said, "Wheresoever the body is, there the eagles will be gathered together." And if we look at the Greek word translated his body, in that verse, it means bodies of planets and stars and heavenly bodies. It's number 4983 in the concordance. Okay, so Luke 17:36 and 37 literally say, "Ye shall be taken in the other left," and asked where the Lord is. He answered, "Wheresoever the bodies of planets and stars are, there the eagles will be gathered together." Okay.
The eagles could be ships.
We don't know, honey.
Can I just throw a random thought into this?
You may.
Yeah, this is like I was saying other day to you, Honeyam.
Uh-huh.
Like with the Nibiru theory, that Nibiru was supposed to have passed Earth or crashed into it in 2012.
Yeah.
My thought is this also refers to the geoengineering, is that Nibiru passed and the Earth, the whole entire solar system, got pulled into Nibiru's path. And it's now dragging behind the tail of an asteroid.
We got sucked into the gravitational pull, and that's why the skies are changing.
Yeah, and that's why there's more geoengineering now.
Yep.
Yeah, it's to hide the skies, to hide the stars and the planets.
Because they're out of whack.
Yeah, and with that thought, think about it.
Nibiru might have an invisible cloak over it too.
That's the geoengineering, Floyd.
Yeah, go ahead,
I'm going with
okay.
Go ahead, Darian.
Yeah, like you were saying a minute ago, we'll be gathered in the body like the stars. How do we know we're not on that path right now?
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Think about it. Look at the sky. This is worldwide. You're getting weird stuff appearing like that strobe lightning, what was over Texas.
Yep.
Yeah, that defies physics.
That looks like electromagnetism at its finest.
Yeah, but the way it was panels, that defies physics.
It absolutely does. You're right.
I've got 3 more videos
uploaded. I've got 3 more videos uploaded right now to show more. Go ahead, Darian. I'm sorry.
Recently, over the UK, there's only been 1 day in the last 2 weeks where the sky hasn't been pure grey. And then it was just only for a few hours.
It's great because they're blocking it from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're making these fake clouds now. I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but there's these little, I don't know if they're drones or what they are, but they go up there and they make a little line, and it looks red, it looks like fire. They make this little line, and then that line blows up, and turns into cloud coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's them seeding the atmosphere.
Yeah, I've been watching it, and I've also got pictures of it, guys.
I guarantee you the rapture is stepping into other realms.
Well, we don't know if we're literally being drug around, if we're literally on the tail of this thing or somewhere in it being drug around, these chemtrails could be to save our lives. Just so you know, they could be saving us from radiation.
It could be, yeah.
We're thinking
Radiation
we're
emits
thinking it's nefarious, evil, but literally it could be to save our lives.
It could be because
That would explain the lead traces in rainwater.
Well, I mean, if there's a difference, if we're being drug around, maybe we are needing lead in our bodies because of where we're located. Just saying, let's try to put a positive spin on a negative. This could be something positive. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying I think it is. It's just something I'm throwing out there, guys.
Well, sounds possible because look at the panel lighting that you had in your Thunder and Lightning where you were at, Honey, when you filmed it. That didn't look like normal lightning. It really didn't.
Well, I'm going to say this. All right, I know geoengineering and climate engineering is going on right now today. That I know for a fact. Can I prove it yet? No, but all the evidence is there. But when you bring Nibiru into the equation, I've got major doubts on that one altogether, all the way through. It just
a lot of people do.
I don't believe it.
The history of Nibiru has been around since the Egyptians.
The flat Earth people, I have to laugh at the flat Earth term.
I'm a flat earther.
It's okay for us all to have a different of opinion. It's okay.
Oh, yeah.
I honestly don't believe it's flat or round. I believe it's something that we totally don't comprehend. All this crap being put out there is lies to keep everybody separated and fighting.
Yeah.
Just saying.
My thoughts are, it's like the mainstream media lies 24/7, NASA lies 24/7, the government's lie 24/7. So why the hell am I going to believe that this is a globe we're on? Because they lie about everything else. So
yeah, I don't believe it's a globe or flat, honestly.
Yeah, well, think if it was a flat Earth, wouldn't cats have knocked everything off the sides already? Just saying.
If it was a flat Earth, we would be seeing everything from a 2D. If it was a flat Earth, we would be seeing everything from a 2D perspective.
You can when you zoom in. When you zoom in far a distance, you can actually see that.
That's just my opinion on that. But if you look, if the Earth was really flat, we would be seeing things from a 2D perspective, and we don't. Yeah.
Maybe you're right, Honey, and maybe the Earth is a shape that we've never heard of before.
Yeah, well, we don't know anything, Floyd. We've been lied to about everything.
We'll have the answers.
Yeah, plus here's another way you can look at it. With the flat Earth theory, why it doesn't work. The oceans, the seas have got tides. If it was a flat Earth, that wouldn't work. If it was a globe Earth, that wouldn't work either.
No, it wouldn't. True.
No, with a globe Earth, it would work. But with a flat Earth,
no, it wouldn't.
Not the way it is. It wouldn't work.
Yeah, waves do not work on a spheroid shape.
Yeah.
Because
for me, I don't really care. For me, it's our salvation that matters.
I've done the physics myself, 5 physics with gravity, because we're on gravity, right? With physics, pour water on a ball. The water's not going to stick on that ball. That's a fact. It's not.
And here's another one. This is like something I wish I'd had a camera at the time.
Floyd, that's because you're a flat earther. Are you a gravity denier?
I believe in gravity. I believe in gravity now. I'm a
okay.
believer.
Okay, that's why.
At one time, Floyd said he didn't believe in gravity, and then Atherian told him the reason why he should, and then he's like, "Oh, I understand now."
Yeah, it's like without gravity, my hot chocolate wouldn't stay in this cup; it would be floating around.
Yeah. Yeah.
True. Yeah, I believe in gravity, buoyancy, and density. I believe in.
Well, it talks about the 4 angels holding up the 4 corners of the earth, and like I said before, I don't think they're literal angels. I think that's electromagnetism that's holding up the 4 corners of the earth. So if you've got 4 corners, then you've got a square existence.
Well, Well, we still
Just
use
saying.
4 corners of the earth as daily phrase, even though we know the damn thing's a ball.
There's no four corners on a sphere. You cannot put four corners on a sphere.
Right.
I
You know,
know,
and that,
but there's four
that
cardinal points on a compass, and it's a round thing.
A compass.
Just quickly to point out something about compasses. If you look at the old ones like this, they are now obsolete and useless.
Yeah.
And do you know why these are useless now? Because they will only point to the nearest large power supply.
Huh. Well, that thing was probably made in the 1800s before all the electronics. I don't know.
well, I mean, think about this as well. Something's going on up there in the heavens because, due to the fact that we're having all these plasma events. I mean, I don't know if where you guys are located, you're seeing all the plasma events occur in the sky, and electromagnetism, but I've been recording it now for a while. And physically, it shouldn't be happening. Scientifically, this should not exist. It shouldn't happen.
And it does.
Yet here it is.
Yep.
So maybe what Therian's saying is true. We're being drug around, and that's how come we're experiencing all these things that we've never experienced before.
I wish
We're
I
going
could
into
move my
areas
camera.
we're
I
going into
wish I could
areas
move
we've
my
never.
camera.
Yeah, but we're going into areas we've never gone into before. That's why the skies are doing this crap. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, and here's another thing what made me think of that as a possibility. Look at all the tsunamis that have been like a new thing over the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Just the past 20 years, look at the amount of massive tsunamis. And then compare it with records going back 100 years. It don't make sense. It don't add up.
No, nothing adds up.
Nothing
Nothing
does.
does.
Nothing feels real.
And
Nothing adds up.
when it comes to geoengineering, like the chemtrails in the skies,
Right.
if it was for the good of the climate, it would be done in a natural way, like the way the Earth does it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, people always go on about carbon, CO2 and everything in the atmosphere and the increase of it.
Right.
But if you look at the time scale, you look at the amount of records they've got, you can trace back around 800 years, like CO2 levels changing in the atmosphere, but they never talk about the oxygen changing in the atmosphere.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, we used to be like 80% water, and now we're only like 40% water. And that's the whole other thing right there, because H2O and water are chemically two separate things.
They're two separate things. Yep.
We're made up of water, and what's in the oceans and the lakes is H2O. So those are two complete separate different things.
Yeah, and these climate change imbeciles, they always forget to mention, yeah, plants love CO2.
Yeah,
They need it in order to survive.
that's right.
Without
And
So think about it.
We used
More
to be
CO2, more plants, more oxygen.
we
It's
used
a
to have
cycle
more.
that works like that.
We used to have more oxygen in the air, and now it's not oxygen. What is it? It's what is it? It's carbon dioxide now. What is it? It's something totally different.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and
Yeah,
one of the
O2 is what we breathe. O2. That's what our body takes it and turns into the fuel we need to make our bodies work.
And plants are what keep us alive.
Yeah, CO2
Yeah, it's a
is what
cycle.
the plants need.
Yeah.
Well, the plants take the carbon and turn it into whatever the hell it is plants are made out of. Because I'm not getting into that scientific debate right now due to the fact that I don't feel like Googling it. All I know is trees are not edible. Corn is.
Yeah.
You can
But-
eat out of trees, apples, bananas, grapes.
I'm also just going to quickly throw something into
Floyd,
this equation.
don't nitpick.
Floyd, hold on one sec. I'm just going to throw something into this equation. And it's going to blow a lot of people's minds, especially people that are watching.
Okay.
Over the past 100 years, there's been the biggest change in like CO2. And that's nothing to do with technology. That's to do with the criminalization of a natural plant that produces more oxygen than trees. And no, I'm not talking about cannabis. I'm talking about hemp. Research history, it's like that used to be growing every country, everywhere, worldwide, before it was criminalized.
That plant
And
right there takes in so much CO2.
And produces so much oxygen in such a short time.
And you can make rope out of it.
You can make loads of stuff out of it. You can make plastic.
Clothing, shoes.
Yeah, you can make everything out of hemp.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, you can even eat
about
it.
Everything.
You can. It makes really killer canvas. Okay.
And hemp leaves taste
nobody
like...
smokes it because if you smoke it, it tastes like shit. And you can't get high off of it. So what's the fucking point?
There you go.
Hoover did that. Jagger Hoover illegalized that shit.
Let me get back on the subject, okay? So I can get through this real quick. So it's also clear the remnant keeps the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus. So how can those who keep the commandments and have the testimony of Jesus be some people who worship the beast? And it's because the beast is Yahweh. It says right here in 13, it clarifies, Revelation 13, it clarifies that let's see, continues also, I'm sorry, in Hosea 14, and it says in verse 9, who is wise that will understand these things? For the ways of the Lord are right and just. And it says, but the transgressors shall fall. And the way that we can sense in an aspect that we walk the right ways of God, and the transgressors will fall in the false ways of the Lord. That's what it means, that makes sense, and it seems to be explained in Revelation 22. It says, even as I'm just, let him be. I'm just still, and he is that. Never mind. Let's see. Let him be filthy instead, and he that is righteous. And it says, let him be righteous still, and he then is holy, and let him be holy still. My reward is with me to give every man according to his works. So between Hosea 14 and Revelation 22, it seems to be saying that the deception of the beast, pretending to be God, is separating the just from the unjust. And then it says here in verse 14, blessed are they who do his commandments, and they that have the right to the tree of life. So it just tells us that some who keep the commandments are the blessing. So we'll remember that right there. Revelation 19, verse 9 tells us, blessed are they which call to the marriage supper of the Lamb. The marriage supper is coming. And his wife made himself or herself ready for the blessing. So she is blessed, the wife of the Lamb. And we know the wife returns at the end. So they are so here we are up to the 3.5 years. They come back again. Yes, in Revelation 21. But the main point is that the blessed are those who are called to the marriage. And the marriage is described in Matthew 22, and it says the kingdom of heaven is like a marriage. And those who were invited will wait. So notice this says right here, Jesus is talking about the remnant in verse 6. And the remnant are the ones making light of it. And they took the servants and treated them spitefully. And they killed them. And the wedding is ready for those who are not worthy. And they are therefore to find. Wait a minute. That's me talking. My notes. Let's see here. So it says, many are called and few are chosen. So many, Jesus confirmed himself that not all people claiming the testimony of Jesus Christ will go to the wedding. He himself said the remnant, they're the ones who will not go. So he actually said, shut up. So he actually said they're not worthy in verse 8. So the blessings are those who called the marriage. Maybe I ought to just let it talk. Let me shut up so I don't twist everything around. The kingdom of heaven is the marriage, and the women are not worthy to go there. But he said they were invited. So they were bidding to the wedding, and they just didn't want to go. So they made light on it of it, and then they went their way. So Revelation 12 says the remnant keep the commandments and have the testimony of Jesus, but they are left behind. So why, the question is, why are they left behind? And this isn't the parable of the 10 virgins. The kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins, which went forth to meet the bridegroom. 5 wise and 5 foolish, if y'all remember that. And the bridegroom carried, and she delayed, slumbered, and slept. Should it? This is going to hell in a handbasket, guys.
That's funny.
So anyway,
So I'm gonna have to go because my phone's at 18%.
all right, sweetie.
I love you guys.
So, okay, love you too, sweetie.
Jehovah bless all.
Anyway, bye. So it talks about the remnant are the ones who are left behind. And those people did keep the commandments, but they didn't realize they were worshiping the beast, basically, is what I'm trying to say, okay? So it says, the just are walking, in him, at least part of the binding. It seems to be the ways of the false god. So Yahweh is the beast. To those who follow the false god, that's what Hosea tells us. The beast was with 7 heads and 10 horns represents the false god. The dragon gives power to the false god right there. And that's one level of what these texts are saying, if that made any sense. There's another level to all of this because we're told the oppressors in 12, the army of the stars, the Lord of the army, are real. And it says they're mingling with on the scene right now with humans, and we're told they mate with the humans, and the humans begin to multiply on the earth. So the first level of the beast was 7 heads and 10 horns. It started during the Babylonian Empire and has continued to this day. And the Bible tells us that it's Yahweh. Okay, that's crucial to understand. We want to know the true timeline and the events that Jesus said they will occur when those who worship the beast do not expect it to occur. So they are not going to know when the time is going to occur. They're going to think that it's a long way off. And they're for sure that they're not, it's going to happen soon, but not right now. So, they don't know it's going to happen, and they don't know when it's going to happen. So Jesus said the portion that goes to the hypocrites, that it will happen when they don't think, and it's going to happen. In other words, the standard religious time, is probably wrong. So it's important that we understand that Jesus was really talking about here. If we want to know when it's going to happen, and that's really crucial. And we talk about that right now and other things, but I don't, that's about all I can say right this second. I don't know if any of that made any sense or not. I tried to, but I've been sick. I think I've got the flu, so I messed it all up. So if anybody wants to add anything to that, go ahead. I think I missed a whole bunch of it here on my notes.
Well, you're not the only one that's been sick.
Oh man, I don't know who gave me. I think it's the flu. I don't know who gave it to me, but I've literally been in bed for like 2 days, and I just keep sweating and shaking and losing my voice. I mean, I feel better today than I did yesterday. I'll tell you that much.
Damn, that sounds bad.
Yeah. I just got well, Jason. I'd been sick for like 2 months, with stuff in my chest. I think I had 5 good days where I was well. About 5 good days. But anyway.
Well, sometimes when you get sick, it takes a while to get over it. But
yeah.
For you, as active as you are and as tough as you are, it should not take 2 months.
Well, I was born with IDS, I mean, not AIDS, but IDS. I've got immune deficiency syndrome. So when I get sick from somebody, it like doubles on me. And,
Yeah.
around 2015, my immune system seemed to have been cured overnight, and I didn't get sick at all. But it seems like the last 6 months, it's like gone back. It's like reverted back to being crappy again. Because every time I turn around, somebody's coming over here getting me sick. I was commenting to Theory, and that maybe I need to get me some face masks, and start wearing them again, so that way I'm not
Yeah.
exposed to the germs. Because I have grandchildren that are small that cough in my face.
I think I need to get some of them face masks as well.
Yeah, they try that. They try to drink and eat after me, and I don't want to be rude to them, so I just let them do it, and then they wind up getting me sick.
Yeah.
I can never be mean to the babies. It's not their fault, you know. Yeah. I have them just about every weekend. Well, I have them every weekend. And it's flu season. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go purchase some masks. And Darian was talking about some that have that little ventilation thing on the mouth. That would help a lot, so it won't be so hot, where I can breathe.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
realize?
The IDD thing, that's bad stuff, really. I mean, a common cold can turn into pneumonia pretty quick. So
Yeah.
you better go do something.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was
know what.
born with immune deficiency syndrome, and I turned blue when I was born. They thought I was dead. But they basically told my mother I should have been in a bubble because I had so many allergies. 2.5 pages of allergies I had. I grew up getting allergy shots twice a week and all that bull crap. But like I said,
Yeah.
I grew out of most of it because I had asthma, and I had bronchitis, and I had sinusitis, rhinitis, and I had allergies. And I don't have allergies really anymore. I don't get hay fever or anything. But lately, I've just been so susceptible to illness. Maybe I need to start taking some
Yeah.
vitamins again. Yeah, because I don't like this. I got so used to being well, guys. It was awesome. You can hear my voice right now. I've coughed so much that I feel like my ribs are broken. You know,
I bet.
yeah.
I bet.
Every time I lay down, I just cough and cough and cough. It's just terrible. I hadn't even really been smoking, to tell you the truth.
Oh, every
But
once in a while, I'll get a sinus lung whammy. Just smelling a cigarette will send me into a coughing fit, whether I'm smoking or not.
yeah, I'm allergic to tobacco and smoke. Isn't that sad?
Yep.
Yeah, my allergy doctor told my mother that whatever you're allergic to, your body craves the most. And they told my mom if I ever started smoking, I'd die smoking because it'd be too hard to quit. But I don't believe that. It's mind over matter. If I
That
wanted to quit, I could
sounds
do it.
that sounds like a lot of propaganda they use.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. I believe in mind over matter. Absolutely. But this is the second time I've tried to get through Revelation 13 and I botched it up the second time. The second time I've tried to make it where it's coherent. You know? Oh man.
Revelation 13 is impossible to make coherent.
Oh man. Well, in my notes it was so clear, but I kept losing my place, and it's just page after page after page on my phone. So maybe next time I'll just click the button and just shut up and let it read through. Because whenever I took notes myself, they're really good. I was just trying to read them so that way I could stop and see if anybody had input. Stop.
What you do on Revelation 13 is make a script and read it. And then go into a video editor
Whoop,
and
whoop.
add pictures and whatever else into the video and just let that play.
There's Tina. Whoop, whoop.
Hi, Tina.
I'm sorry.
Tina!
I didn't see you down there. You were hidden. You were hidden underneath my stuff.
Oh,
How you doing today?
oh, well, I kind of had a rough day today, man. I moved out and I just got up about maybe 12:30.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, I'm not been feeling well either. this weather change is just getting me.
I'm sorry. I have to pray for you.
You know, honey, I know it. I know how bad you are too, and I think you need to go to the walk-in clinic to get some medicine.
Oh, you know how I feel about that. Unless you're dragging me in half dead in a stretcher, I'm not going anywhere. Those places are the devil.
I know. I'd rather have you around, sis. And
Yeah, unless an ambulance has to drag me out of here, you probably won't see me go to a hospital or a doctor. Just saying.
okay, sweetheart.
Yeah.
You will, you know.
I mean, the ears aren't really hurting that bad today. My throat's sore because of all the coughing, and my ribs hurt really bad from all the coughing. But I'm sweating it out. My body is fighting it because I told you I don't sweat because of my immune system, but
Right.
I'm sweating my booty off. So I know I'm fighting it.
Well,
I'm gonna keep claiming that I'm well and knowing it and claiming it and
yeah,
praying on it. I get others to agree with me, then so it's said and so it'll be done.
yeah, that's it. I've been praying. Last night I prayed for you really hard. So
Thank you. We need to do that for everybody, I guess, right now.
yeah.
Because all of us have issues. If they're in, how are you feeling today? Are you having any more of that? What's going on last?
Still been feeling like crap.
Have you been dizzy anymore? Because I got dizzy today for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're messing with our reality.
At the moment, it's like I'm finding it difficult to stop myself from sneezing.
Has anybody checked into the Schumann resonance?
Human
No.
what?
The Schumann resonance, because that
No.
kind of controls us. If it goes up and down, it affects all of us.
Mm.
That's basically the sound of life, Tina.
Oh, okay.
It's around the earth. There's like so many hertz. I can't think of how many hertz it is right now, but they raised it. It's a little different than what it used to be. But when it's not normal, it affects all of us. We feel out of whack, we feel dizzy, or we get angry. Different things according to how it changes.
Actually, I think the last person out of the entire group, out of the whole community, I'm talking all of us,
We've all
even
been.
though we're so diverse.
Mm.
I think the last one that looked into that one is Layered Life.
I'll look into it right now. Human resonance today. See what it looks like. Okay. All right. Let's see
All
what
right,
it says.
my bladder's saying it's full again. I'll be right back.
Okay, sweetie. Let's see if this is the one for today. Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen right quick. I've got to mute for a second. These dogs won't stop barking. Okay.
I just thank the Lord that we're all here and we're all alive and breathing right now.
I thank the Lord that I was able to find my cloak today. This thing's nice and warm.
That's good. Okay, let me see if this pops up. Let me know if this is sharing, guys. Okay, is it sharing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says here, look at the human resonance as the Earth's heartbeat. We are used to viewing our planet as a scrumptious gem of molten and water for humanity to devour at the expense of our Earth's health and well-being. It says, will we go about things differently if we knew the Earth, Gaia, is a conscious intelligence? intelligent life form. That is what science is discovering, and insiders have come forward to say that have worked on the most advanced forms of technology, still hidden from the public knowledge. So it goes on to tell you what the Schumann resonance is and how the resonance was discovered. And see, 7.83 hertz is what's showing here, but it affects the brain. It affects us, all the way around. I can tell you that much. I just don't want to read all this. But when it's out of whack, it truly does have effects on human beings. Let's see here. Let me play this and see if it says anything. I don't know. I don't know if I'm sharing my sound, so you'll have to let me know if you can hear it. There's no sound yet. Can y'all hear that?
No.
Okay. You can't hear it?
No.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me come back down here. Stop sharing. Share screen. Okay, sound. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, I think this was it right here. Okay. All right.
It could have changed. His name was Winifred Otto Schumann. On the day in question, he was teaching his students about physics and electricity, how the Earth in the ionosphere is a sphere within a sphere, which can create electrical tension and subsequently a frequency. Schumann instructed his class to calculate the tension that would exist in between. Having no idea himself, Schumann also began to calculate. Eventually, he arrived at a frequency, one of approximately 10 hertz. As incredible as it seemed to Schumann, our planet had a pulse, a measurable frequency that surrounded life on Earth. Although the professor was proud of his find, he did not see it as a hugely significant one. It would take several years and an incredible twist of fate before the professor would begin to realize the true importance of Schumann resonance. That twist of fate had begun 30 years earlier with another German scientist by the name of Hans Berger. Using an EEG machine he had built himself, Berger made the first ever recording of electrical frequency transmitted by the human brain. It was initially suggested the wave be named after the man who discovered it, but Berger, being a modest man, called it the alpha wave. Dr. Ankermüller, another German scientist, put two and two together and instantly realized the magnitude of what was in front of him. The frequency of the alpha waves recorded by Hans Berger were nearly identical to Schumann resonance, the frequency of the Earth. Dr. Ankermüller immediately contacted Schumann to further investigate. They studied in detail how tension is discharged by lightning in the Earth's ionospheric cavity. Eventually, they came up with an exact frequency. The pulse of the Earth, Schumann resonance, was exactly 7.83 hertz. The discovery was remarkable. Schumann resonance was not just similar to the alpha waves of the human brain, it was identical. The brain's frequency, which controls our creativity, our performance, our stress, our anxiety, and our immune system had somehow tuned in to the frequency of the planet. The pulse of the Earth had become the...
See, that's what I was saying.
Mm.
I mean, is it clear?
Yeah, I can hear it really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been coming through okay.
What'd you say, Therian?
Yeah, it's coming through okay, and I've tested on my phone as well, and it's like going to like the live chat, on YouTube, perfectly.
Okay, good. So anyway, when you look at the Schumann resonance today and see, exactly where it is and where it normally is, you can tell if it's kind of out of whack, it'll affect our brains. and our health and everything else.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. It's an electric frequency, and the human brain works on electric frequency.
There you go. Okay, let me go up here and
Yeah, it
see.
does.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see if it pops up like this. See if I can do anything with it like this. I was trying to see if I could do a comparison on it because I don't know how to read it. Here's a record spike. Hey, you guys, can you stop it? These dogs are worse than children, I swear. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they are.
Gosh. See, like here it says if anyone's anxiety is mixed up, major shift in energy with intense high frequency energy waves following the recent interplanetary shockwave, Schumann resonance earlier spiked at a powerful 83 hertz. You see, the normal base is what, 7.83 hertz? So anything above 7.83 hertz is like, not normal, you know, it's not normal, so it can affect us, right?
Yeah.
Let me go to it live right now and see what's going on. Let's see. I don't know why these dogs don't go with their daddy. Let's see. Data. Which one should I click on? Anybody?
Click on at random.
Okay. Schumann resonance, live data, pole shift, and earth changes. Hey, excuse me a second. You guys, can you shut up? Feeling funky? Schumann resonance. Resonance today. Update. That's January. We're not in January. We're way up. Today's Schumann resonance. Rome resonance charts. I don't know how to read this stuff. Don't give me the line on it. In 5D, I don't know. You have to be able to read the numbers. I don't see where they are. Anybody in chat? Is anybody looking at chat to see if they know how to read it?
No, I can't see
Yeah,
chat
I'm
at the
looking at
moment.
the chat, but
Okay. Let me come back over here. Share my screen again because it's not sharing. I was looking at all by myself being greedy. I didn't know. I thought I was sharing my screen. It just said something.
I'm just currently busy in an act of defiance towards a totalitarian society that tries to dictate my freedom.
Look at that. Look at that globe. Isn't that nice?
yep.
This is just a description of it again. I don't know. I don't know how to find out if it's normal or not. I thought it would be simple just to click on it and I don't know. I know 7.83 hertz is normal, right? So maybe I can type in what's the reading. See, and then I'll share my screen again because I'll probably have to redo it. What is today's? I'm going to hurt those dogs.
Are they crying for mama?
No, they're not crying for me. They're crying for the dang cats outside.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Freak. Okay, here it is. Okay, hang on. I gotta do something about this right quick.
Yeah.
Hey, stop. Get your butts over there. Go. I heard enough of you crying. Go to bed. Go with Eddie. Go. Hit it. Go. Okay. Okay, it says what's the current? I say, okay. You don't see that, do you? Can you see it?
No.
Anybody? Okay, that's what I thought.
Even your avatar disappeared, man. There was like a glitch.
Yeah, and then
Figured.
all the screens swapped around.
Yeah.
I wasn't here, so I didn't do it, I promise. I was over there dropping at puppies. Okay, you see this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see what it says here. What does it say? For the Western world, the human resonance represents. Okay, this kind of is. Well, I want to know what it is now. Okay. I mean, I'm going to know what's the reading for now. So what should I put? Earth's current frequency reading. Vibration frequency. Somewhere. What you have to word it properly. Anybody know how I should word this? That way it'll give me the proper. Anybody? Nobody? Frequency. Reading for today. Because I know it bounces all over the place. And I've seen other people show it. Let's see. Okay. It's not giving me what I'm looking for. Today's human resonance. Does the earth vibrate? See, that also has something to do with it right here about the human's vibrational pattern. See, it says it's around 5 hertz. And I know that they recently raised up the frequency, after we started using cell phones and all that crap. See, here's the electromagnetic field of the earth as well. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm not going to be able to find what I'm looking for because I don't know how to word it. What does the spike? See, the spike is what I was talking about, but I was trying to find out if it had spiked. And it shows you the reading of it, but it doesn't necessarily tell you, if it's done that or not. Not my field. What do you say? Not my circus, not my monkeys. Yeah, I'm just going to get off of this and waste my time. See here, human resonance today. And that's not even the current one, I think. Today's live. Let's see here.
You're
Today's
not
live.
you're not sharing right now. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah. Okay. Come back and share it. Thank you. Okay. There we go, guys. Okay. So this is what I'm wanting to look at right here. Imagine if I click on it, I'll have to reshare again, huh? Then every time you change your screen, it makes you reload it. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let's see if it tells us anything. All right. All right.
Today's live.
What did you say?
Well, it says today's live.
Right here, right here. Yeah, let me click on it and see if it takes me there. Sometimes they make you download stuff. Let me scroll the page. Let's see here what happens. I know probably about a year and a half ago, everybody around me was just going nuts. I mean, crazy. And somebody had come on, I think it might have been Harmony, Mandela effect. And he was talking about the human resonance. And he had referred to it, just being out of whack, being just really crazy, and explaining how that's how come people were like acting that way, how it affected their minds and their health and everything. That's how I found that out. It says many people within the genre are following the Schumann resonance charts on a daily basis. We are looking for similarities and anomalies within those charts. And in the past year, we have seen many of them. Well, I'd like to see today's, but I don't see what's going to show me anything. Here, are these it right here, maybe? No, those are ads.
It says right there, it says today's live spectrum, residence charts, and
Where are
resource
you,
five.
where are you, okay, where are you seeing that at?
I'm seeing it on the right hand side of the screen.
Okay, do I need to go down?
And maybe you need to go down and see.
Look. Human resonance blackout. Huh. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that says today's.
I remember a few years back, I looked into the Schumann resonance to see if it was anything to do, with the quantum effect.
Uh-huh.
But sadly, it had no result.
Yeah, that may be the blackout.
Didn't match up. This was before the blackout of the information.
Okay. Wow. I think that could have been the result of some kind of shift.
Yeah, it's like the spikes on it though. It's like they didn't even match with any previous shifts.
Yeah. Well, I guess you have to know where to look because I have no idea where to look because it's not my thing. These are charts, but I wanted to see the ones for today. Let's see, pulsating anomalies in the Schumann resonance in the sun. And it says you're not dying, it's the Schumann resonance. 432 Hertz Schumann resonance meditation. Yeah, I don't see anything. It's going to take us to the charts for today, though. That's what I typed in. Unless somebody else can pull it up on their computer and I'll share their screen. Because I don't see anything here. And I'm not subscribing either. I don't care that much. I don't care that much. I've seen that about today. I don't care about none of that other stuff either. I just wanted to see what the results for today were. I don't see anything. Radiation transfer after 2 minutes of cell phone use. Woohoo! We love it. Today's human resonance chart. See, here it is right here, resources. So there's nothing on Pinterest, but I would go there. Yeah. Yeah, I tried clicking on this one too, and it's not doing anything. See? Charts and resources.
It's staying on the same page.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me go back. Okay. All right, here we go. On this page? Yeah.
Same page. It's still on the same page.
Okay. All right, so it had okay, let me go back and redo it. Because that's how this stuff works. It's, I said I was sharing. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right, guys, let me try it one more time. I think it was this one. Yeah, this is the one I was on. Okay, so this is the page I was on right here, Tina. You said to go down further?
Okay. Now I can see it.
Yeah, see, because it says here today's live stream resonance charts and resources. But you have to go to Facebook or Pinterest. There's nobody on Pinterest today. See here, Pinterest, Twitter, Reddit, Gmail, and WhatsApp. I don't want to do any of that. So, did you say to scroll down further, or what did you say to do on that?
I don't know. I would try to scroll down a little bit more and see if there is anything else.
Okay. See, there's a live human residence chart, but see, it says ads underneath it. So I'm assuming that those are ads, right? Or
Yeah.
is it just telling us it has ads? I don't know.
Well, it's look. Wait. Go back a little bit.
Okay.
Oh man. I'm not seeing it right now. What I thought I saw, because I thought I saw a chart for today. Oh, right there. Live scrotum resident chart.
Yeah, but see underneath it says ads. So does that mean it's an advertisement or it has ads?
Yep. It
Doesn't
says
that mean
ads.
doesn't mean it's an advertisement?
I would try to click on one of those, the live scrotum frequency chart, and see what happens.
Did you say scrotum? Don't make me cough. Oh God.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
That's fine, honey.
Oh Lord. Come on. My computer is like acting like Happy Trails. Buddy. No, this side can't be reached.
Uh-huh.
Because you called it a scrotum. Pissed it off. Yeah, okay. Let me see. Let me try the next one. I can't believe my computer. Nope. How about that? You know, we should probably be able to go to something.edu educational and put it. I don't even care really. At this point, I'm tired of looking. I'm tired of looking for it. Let's just forget about the human residence. Everybody, that never happened. I can't see chat, so I can't tell if anybody knows exactly where to go look. Okay.
Right now, we're talking about closed medical conditions.
Talking about what?
Closed medical conditions.
You want to talk about medical conditions? My hospital closed down because it was rat infested.
Uh,
We don't have a local hospital because of that, and the ones within a 20-mile radius closed down as well. In order for me to get to an ER, I have to travel either 30 minutes to Mesquite or about 45 minutes to Greenville. Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
it might be worth it, honey, or have your husband drive you.
yeah.
Chloe goes, honey, and the human residence has been absolutely nuts.
Chloe said that?
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you, Chloe. See, that's what I was wanting to know, because I'm a tard. I can't pull it up. I don't know how to pull it up. I've never tried to do it before. Yeah. Guess I could do all. Maybe it'll give me. What about this? Human residence online, climate monitoring, update, disclosure news, Italia. Human residence today, update, disclosure news, Italia. Italia. Italy, right. Okay, there we go. There's today right there. So what does it say? All right, cookies. Okay, I accept cookies. Do I need to share screen again?
Yeah, because it ain't showing. It's showing a
Okay,
screen.
okay, guys, here we go. One more time. Okay. All right, there we go. Oh, I canceled it. I'm so wonderful. You just thought I was going to share with you. There we go.
Quit being greedy.
I guess. Okay. Here's what it says. Okay, so where on here are the hurts? Let's see. I can't see that one. Okay. You gotta be able to know how to read this stuff though. See here. That's a whole other thing. There it is anyway. Residents today.
Well,
Let's see on the side. Here's that. It's right here.
see what that big black line is?
Yeah. Right
All right, that's a date separator.
That's a date separator. Is that what you said, Jason?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's this over here on this side? This is what I'm looking at right here.
Actually, where that black line is where Velveeta wind up with an extra E in it, turn it into Velveeta. Yeah, what the fuck's up with that shit? The box don't work right. Don't even sound good.
No.
Well, I want Velveeta cheese on my grilled cheese sandwich. I don't want Velveeta.
Did you hear about it, Tina? Velveeta.
What?
Velveeta, we got a Mandela effect. Velveeta has changed in spelling. It used to be Velveta, and now it's Veeta.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a new
Yeah.
one. Some people don't care about Mandela effects, but there you go.
It's just sad all the effects. You can't see the changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been looking for recipe for it. I haven't found any yet, but I'm gonna find some. I will find some. I guarantee you, there's not two E's in Velveeta cheese. I showed the picture of that to my boss, and he goes, "What the fuck is this?"
Wow.
I'm gonna order me some of these right here. They're so cute. What? Those are too cute. Wait, I didn't mean to click on that. What are we looking
What
at?
you mean the really bottom pants that already got dirty knees?
Yeah, aren't they cute? I love that stuff. I'm not from this timeline. I'm from another timeline because I love all things antiquated.
I like old
Yeah.
stuff too.
You do. Yeah,
Yes, I do.
I really love antiquated stuff. You know, clothing. I have
The
some.
only thing I
I
don't
have,
want, the only,
I've got,
the
I've
only
got some
thing
old
I don't want.
boots.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I've got
I'm
some
sorry.
real boots that look like from the 1800s. Actually, I saved them from the fire. Mm-hmm.
The only thing I don't want antiquated is my computer.
My food. I don't know. Maybe if we get antiquated, it might go back to being real food again. It might be real food again.
Tomatoes used to taste so delicious, and now they just taste blah.
Well, you know, Chloe, what you're saying about the RH blood type, you know, the original blood type was O negative, just so you know, and then everything else was tampered with, you know, due to some form of nanotechnology. I did a little study on that. But that's how come they say that O negative is the universal blood type. Now, I remember on my time, O positive being, you know, the universal blood type or the most common blood type. But now it's switched to O negative. So now on this timeline, O negative is the original blood type, and everything else has been manipulated.
I'm O positive.
But it doesn't really matter anyway.
Yeah.
Really
I'm going to be positive.
Yeah, I'm O
And I don't know
positive.
what the RH stuff is because I have no clue.
Yeah, it's a gamma globulin factor. You know, it's like if the mother's Rh negative and her baby's positive, her body will literally try to kill the baby. You know, which I think goes back to hybridization of human beings. Some people don't believe in that. But you have to
Well, that
disclose
could
that.
be why.
You have to disclose that on YouTube because people lose their shit if you don't. I'm just
Well,
saying.
that could be why. That could be why me and Debbie never had a kid.
Well, I mean, they have shots for that now, you know? Yeah.
I mean, we're both AB positive, but if she's something positive and I'm something negative, I mean, that could kill a kid.
Well, it could, you know, but if y'all are aware of that before you start, then you just tell the doctor and the doctor will give her a shot and everything will be okay. Well, if she's negative and the baby's positive, that's one thing. But I think if she's positive and the baby's negative, that's something different. I can't tell you for a fact.
Yeah,
That's,
that
Yeah, we
can
went.
cause miscarriages.
yeah, that's how my memory
Yeah,
goes.
we went through 3, and then Debbie just stopped producing eggs altogether.
Yeah, I don't
There was
remember
no
if
possibility
Jesus
after
was
that.
O positive or O negative, but I do know Jesus was born on 9/11. That's why all the bad stuff always happens on 9/11. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't remember of Jesus being O negative blood type. He could have been though. You know, but they do say the
Uh,
characteristics of a negative, somebody who's Rh negative, are really different from positive people. I mean, Rh
does
negative people
anybody
tend to be a
even?
little bit more
I've
cold, a little bit more
never,
standoffish, but more psychic.
I've never heard of anybody being able to tell me, or anybody else on Earth, for that matter, what Jesus' blood type was, no matter what.
I don't
I've
know.
never heard his blood type ever.
Chloe had heard that. She said, "Oh, I never heard of Rh blood until the last couple of years. I did remember learning that Jesus had O blood, but I never remember it being Rho blood." And it says here they say their own human alien races are a monster. Um,
I know that one guy had it tested when it found the Ark of the Covenant.
uh-huh.
Well,
But
that would have been Marcus.
And Chloe said, see, I'm not sure it works that way, though, because it might be with RH, but I really don't know. I know with O blood, if you're O positive, you can donate to anyone. Yeah, you can, Chloe. You can donate to anyone, but you cannot receive anyone's blood. You can only receive O blood. That's how that works,
Yeah,
honey.
mm,
Yeah,
yeah, you're pretty well screwed on that one.
yeah, you can't receive anyone's blood. Yeah.
Now you can receive anyone's plasma.
Well, yeah, plasma is separated from blood. Absolutely. That's true. I used to donate plasma when my boys were babies. That's how I put diapers on them when I was widowed. Yeah, yeah. I don't understand that how you can if you're O, blood type, you can donate to anybody. And O negs can give O positive blood and they'll be okay. Did you know that too? I didn't know that. I barely found that out. And O positive cannot give O negs blood though.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
weird.
yeah. That's
wow.
really weird. From what I remember, negative could only give to negative, and positive could only give to positive. Period. That's how it was in my time. But O positive was the universal blood type. The most common
Oh, I
blood.
can receive blood from anybody. Unfortunately, no, I can't.
Mm-mm. You can receive blood from an O positive. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I can't get from. Believe it or not, I can get from B negative, but I cannot get from O negative, and I cannot get from A negative. I can get
That's
from
just
B
weird.
negative, but I can
That's
get from
weird.
A, B, or O positive.
That's really weird how that works.
I know I had to get a transfusion that was O positive.
Wow. See, I'm really scary about those blood transfusions because of tainted blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot every time you go in and have to do something like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I don't know. So many things have changed. You know, so many things have changed from what they
Yeah,
used to
my
be.
one of my uncles on my mom's side, he was a great uncle. He got a blood transfusion.
Mm.
He'd never had sex in his life.
Oh, tell me he got AIDS from transfusion. Oh, yep, I knew you were going to say
Oh wow.
Yep, got full blown AIDS from a blood transfusion.
that. Oh, that's his cross to bear, isn't it? How terrible is
I
That's
know, it's like
He died a virgin.
the fact that
His dying wish was to finally couple with a woman, but
Gosh.
he died a virgin at 97 years old.
Golly.
wow.
It's crazy.
Yep.
That's whoa. I had found a picture somewhere in my stuff. I'm just going to pull it up and show you how it shows the cadaver skulls having those horns. So,
Mandela Miles says O negative has to have O negative. I think you're absolutely correct on that one.
yeah, I remember
yeah,
hearing that somewhere.
yeah, but O negative, I think, can give to O positive, is what I had said.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but that's my memory on that. And that's not the old memory, that's the new timeline, you know?
Well, the fun thing with the Mandela effect is we're all from different timelines. We're all from different realities.
Yeah, that's what we
All been
think.
thrown
Anyway.
together in here.
Well,
So
that's how there's so
we
much
actually, I've been saying this for over a year. None of us are wrong, but none of us are right due to the fact that the realities are so fucked up. And
I
the
don't know.
mismatch is so ate up.
They
There's
could
no
be
way
going in
out
and scrambling our
together.
brains too. You know that, Jason?
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, they could
If
be
it
going in
was,
with our minds.
yeah, if it was like scrambling with people's brains, there'd be ways of detecting that. Because I've like gone down literally every rabbit hole trying to work this out,
I
how it's
believe
being
you.
done.
Oh,
Mhm.
But after seeing those like physical portals coming towards me and ended up in the monster zone,
Yeah.
yeah, I know it's like 100% fact that there are alternate dimensions, and this stuff is not like people's brains being scrambled.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I
Because
tell
there are
you what,
some things.
I change my mind daily. You know, I have a different opinion on things on a daily basis, just according to what I'm exposed to that day. You know.
yeah,
My
I'll agree with
opinions
you on that one,
change
honey.
a lot as well, like literally daily. But there's
Yeah.
some stuff you can't witness, and it's not like you can't put it down to just being like a trick of the mind.
Yeah.
It could be a trick of a mind. It could be a trick of how we were taught. It could be quantum convergence because we've got Chloe and Mandela Mile in here at the same time saying two different things that they don't remember and is stuff they do remember. And
Okay, I'm
I
just
don't
gonna
want
throw
to
this.
find starting in the chat room between the two because,
Yeah.
due to quantum convergence,
Yeah.
which is my theory, which is where multiple dimensions converge together due to some kind of quantum effect, probably caused by CERN. I'll throw that out there just because it's the only thing I've got going. Everybody, I haven't found a better reason other than CERN, so I'm just going to blame them assholes in Sweden.
Yeah, when it comes to CERN, you don't need to be concerned. If you get me drift.
Concerned. You'll see this.
Yeah, exactly.
And
You
I've seen
you
the
got
Mandela
this.
effect, the quantum changes, while I've been sat in a Faraday cage.
Yeah. But
I
I
have
don't want
literally built myself a Faraday cage, and I've sat in there for 48 hours.
And let me guess, you
Can
walked
you guys
out of
see
there
my
unable
screen?
to get a heart on and couldn't remember where your weed was.
Oh
Can
Lord.
you see my screen,
No, I
guys?
knew where my weed was. It was in the cage with me.
Oh,
You think I'm going to leave something that important outside of the cage when I'm in there?
you know, that, I should know better.
But you know what, guys? What's more important than anything right now?
Salvation.
Yes.
Yep.
That's
But
true.
back to my point, I don't want anybody in the chat room fighting due to the fact that due to quantum conversion is caused by CERN.
Chloe and Mandela Mile are not going to fight. They're both cool.
Plus, with
It,
the multiple
we all have,
timelines, what they've
Chloe and Mandela
identified,
Mile.
we all have a different
Cool.
memory. All of us
Yeah.
have a different memory. So none of us is right, none of us is wrong. But I will say Belvine the cheese is bullshit.
Yeah, I was too, Mandela Mile. I was too, sister. Amen. Yeah.
and I'm just going to point this out. Anyone saying there isn't a multiverse and that the mainstream aren't admitting it, look into D-Wave computers.
Yeah.
Live Science just did an article on the multiverse.
I'm a Sagittarius arm girl myself, Mandela Mile. Absolutely.
I want to go back to the SAG.
Yep. Well, that goes back to the point that Darian was stressing about if the possibility of the Nibiru system is real. Maybe they grabbed us up in their gravitational pull, and we're being pulled all over the universe right now. I mean, it really, if you think about that, it kind of does make sense now, doesn't it? The way our skies are constantly changing, you know. Sometimes you look up and everything looks compacted, like you could just reach out and touch it. Other times things look normal, and other times the sky's blood red. I've got so many pictures showing that. Sometimes the sun's yellow and sometimes it's white. Sometimes you see two moons, and two suns. So I don't know how to explain any of that. With
You
me
know,
being
I might
sometimes
actually look.
pterodactyl flying over your house. Yeah.
You know, I might actually look into the whole Nibiru theory.
Yeah.
If
Well,
everybody that was reporting on it, and I'm talking mainstream people, I'm talking everybody on YouTube. If
Do you
the
know that, right?
people reporting on it weren't so freaking way the
Yeah. Well,
heck
Jason,
far out left field.
Nibiru is literally in the Egyptian records and their documentation that when the plagues and all that happened, Nibiru had passed. And I believe it's also in some form of documentation that when Jesus was crucified, when the eclipse happened, when day turned to night at 3 p.m., that was a pass of Nibiru as well. That's not a theory. That's not a theory.
Yeah, it's even like recorded in the Sumerian clay tablets.
What they're in?
Yeah, it's also recorded in the Sumerian clay tablets.
Yeah.
Everything I've seen, read, had anything to do with in the modern market, because I don't know how to read Sumerian, I don't know how to translate hieroglyphs, has been so far out in tinfoil land. I'm going, these guys got stock in tinfoil. Even the ones that try to, propose it as some kind of sane theory, throw the ball in the weeds, and it's absurd.
Yeah.
Well, all I know.
Now, Nibiru Planet X is now a black hole, and this is what the Washington Post put out.
Still,
and I'm going, now, okay, Planet X is actually a black hole. Really? I don't think so.
You know what I think? This is what I think about Planet X or Nibiru or whatever. Everybody's got a third eye. Okay? But the third eye's closed. God closed that. Now, if our third eye, everybody's third eye would open, we would see Nibiru right there.
And speaking of that, the third eye, Tina, isn't it funny how our entire life, or at least my entire life, I've been pounded. Oh no, that's bad. You don't open up the third eye. That's satanic. That's dealing with psychics and everything negative in our aspect of life. And it seems like you have to flip everything upside down to get the truth. So in that times right there.
Right. The third eye, I think God closed it for humanity's sake.
I don't think God closed it. I think it was closed when we were created, the ones that were created by other beings.
Right.
I'm not going to name any names because everybody differs on that fact. On that
Right.
aspect.
Right. But like today, I put out a video today, guys, and
I saw it.
Everybody thinks that zodiac and all that is taboo, but God's story is in that, and the devil don't want you to know it, man.
Well, it just seems like before 2012, everybody was naive and innocent, and nobody actually had the knowledge of the Bible being corrupted. So everybody was happy and free and studying their Bible and going to church on Sunday, being good little Christians. And now knowledge has started to spread. The veil has been lifted. And now, people are coming to see that, everything that we read before that we just blew off because it seems so weird. Now we're coming to the knowledge that the word itself is convoluted. That there's more than one God in the Bible, and a lot of people refuse to wake up and see that truth.
Yeah.
And that's where we've got the separation going on.
All right. We gotta believe in the one true God, because there is
we have to decipher the truth from the lies, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Right.
why I asked God, to grant me the ability to see what I'm meant to see, hear what I'm meant to hear, and not allow me to be deceived.
All right, exactly. But right now, it's like we really need, because from that video, I got out a lot of it, and it's like it is so close. The door's about to be shut, people. So just please, just go watch my video, man.
I've seen it.
I know you've seen it.
I'll go watch it.
I did. I absolutely did. Yep, and it had a lot of meaning. It had a lot of validity.
I love Mandela Miles' comment. That is so funny.
Which one?
The luck. First, I've got to go back to clothes. But do you ever remember being on Orion's arm before?
Yeah.
No. I was taught SAG.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but we were saying.
Mandela Miles follows up with this one-liner that I love.
Well, yeah. I mean, come on. Here's Chloe.
They're lucky we can't.
Here's
Mandela Miles. You are hilarious.
I mean, she's given her truth, and she's stuck to it always. I mean, I've known her for a while.
Yeah, I've known Chloe for a while too.
Mandela Miles has always said that she's from Sagittarius arm, the same as myself.
But here's what Mandela Miles said. Yeah. They're lucky we can't leave them to figure it out themselves. I don't recall volunteering for this job.
See here, look here. Here's what Mandela Miles said here. See, Jason? I was downgraded to the Orion Spur.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Like I
said, we went for being over on the West End in New York. Now we're like stuck somewhere
in the middle, dead stuck in the middle of the galaxy. That's insanity. We were out. We were down on the right corner, the bottom corner in the Milky Way galaxy. That's where we were.
Man, Dylan, I can see myself volunteering, but I can't remember it.
I wish I wouldn't have ever volunteered for anything. I should have kept my mouth shut.
You know, I
I know.
volunteered to help my neighbor replace an engine, but I don't remember volunteering to be a broadcaster to speak the truth of what's going on. I don't remember doing that.
I don't remember
Here I
volunteering
am.
to be a freak on a leash either. Just saying. That's how I feel. You know,
Freak on a leash, that's all of us in the IME community.
I resonate with Corn a lot. Isn't it Corn that says that? Yeah. So,
Yeah, freak on a
feeling
leash.
leash, feeling like I have no release. Yeah. Were you gonna say something, Therian? Because I thought I heard you.
Yeah, it's like, I know for one thing, it's like when it comes to volunteering, that's the last thing I would do unless there's something in it for me. That's my personality at the end of the day.
Yeah. Well, I
It's
don't
like,
mind volunteering.
Well, all I
I
know.
don't mind it if I'm getting something in return. It's like when I've done like charity work volunteering.
Hmm.
The only reason I agreed to it was because I was getting a MVQ level 2 in retail from it.
No, I give shamelessly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have to have anything in return. It makes me feel good to
Yeah.
give. Help.
Yeah, giving, that's different. I'm talking about volunteering your time and your life to do something.
Well, I used to do
If
that.
it's if it's like giving to like a decent charity, like cash,
Yeah.
that's no problem for me. Or they're doing something without pay, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Unless I'm getting a
volunteered.
qualification, then it's worth
Well,
it.
I donated my time to the benevolent center without any issues until I couldn't stand on my feet anymore and when I became disabled. You know, I
I'll be
loved
right
it.
back. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
You know, when I got started, I was sitting here one day and I was just watching YouTube videos, and the Lord told me, He said, "Start a channel, Tina."
Uh-huh.
Oh no, I don't want to start a channel. You know. Oh yeah, you're gonna start a channel, and it's like, oh Lord, have mercy. But after a while, I started listening to Him and going with what the Lord was telling me to do and stuff. And I praise God that He made me start a channel, because now I got to know a lot of people, and a lot of people that, you know, think of Jesus as number one, you know?
Yeah. People are characters too. I'll tell you, it's a lot of fun to meet all the different people with the different perspectives, right, Tina?
Yeah. It is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
It is. I mean,
Yep.
there's really good Christ believing people out there. You just got to find, fan them out, man. You gotta.
Well, you know, the Lord says He doesn't give you more than what you can handle. And I think that also is with people that you come in, that come in your path. A lot of
Right.
people are put on your path for a particular reason. In some aspects you help them, and in others they help you, and it makes you both better people.
Exactly. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what Christ wanted. He wanted us to help one another, to keep each other lifted up, and yeah. So that's what the Lord wants. So I'm gonna do it as best to my ability.
I'll be right back, honey.
Then there was 2. So how you guys doing out there, you guys? I hope you're having a very good day. Or had a good day. It's nighttime.
It's 7:15 in the morning where I'm at.
It's 2:14 a.m. here, so I'm going to try to go back to bed about maybe 4 o'clock. Try to get back on schedule again. I can't handle this. You know?
I look at it this way, it's like, sleep patterns
Yeah.
and not having one. If you look at the idea, it's like what's programmed into people's minds. Like school, it's like 9 till 5 type thing, preparing them for a 9 till 5 job. And
Right.
that's programmed into people from childhood.
Yeah. And to tell you the truth, I mean, it's really, okay, like elementary school, 9 till what? They get out at what? 2:30, 3 o'clock. So it
Yeah.
really isn't an all day thing. But like a job, most of the time you got to work mandatory overtime, which is 10 or 12 hours. You know?
Yeah, but this is all programmed into people from an early age and it's unnatural.
Yeah.
On myself, I work till I run out of daylight. I work outside. When
When
I
it
was
comes to
working
me,
in factories, I didn't care. I'd pull a 16-hour shift, not give a rip. I love the extra money.
when it comes to me, it don't matter if it's light or dark, I'll work anyway.
Well, for me, I have rather than work 8 hours, go home and be with my family. You know?
Well, when I was working factory, I was living with my parents. I didn't have a girlfriend or nothing. All I did was work and play with my car. That's it. My cars. That's it. That's all I did.
Yeah.
When I had my car radio business, that was my focus. I didn't have a girlfriend then either. I married my first true girlfriend. I'm still with her. She got me into construction. Now I've got a sundown type of deal.
Yeah.
But I will take side projects that I will run into the late night hours. Not counting radio shows.
Yeah.
Or voice acting.
Keeps muting and unmuting. So weird.
How you feeling, sweetie? Honey man?
She's not feeling good.
My mic keeps muting and unmuting. I don't know why. I'm not doing it. Guess I'm alive. Barely living and kicking, but I'm alive. Yeah, I feel better today than I did yesterday, though. Absolutely. I slept all day today, pretty much. Just trying to recover. Earlier, I was sweating, big time. Now I'm cold, but I refuse to cover up and stay sweaty. It's gross.
I've been trying to force myself to sweat to get rid of this like bug or cold or whatever I've got.
Yeah.
And it's not been easy.
Yeah, my husband was exposed to the flu, then he gave it to me is what happened.
Oh, wow.
I can't blame it on my grandchildren this time. This time it was my husband when he was working, which sucks, because I don't ever go anywhere. I stay at home to avoid all the germs and crap, and they bring them to me willingly. Here you go. Pick some sickness. Have some more.
You know what? Get yourself a can of Lysol and just disinfect your house, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm basically decided I'm gonna go get me some face masks. I'm gonna do like there instead and get the ones that have the little vent in them, so they're not so hot.
Yeah.
Because when I was young, I had to wear them all the time. I walked around like a freak. So, it's not gonna be anything new for me.
2 days
I want to
ago.
get one, but like one of the fancy ones. I've been looking at them. So when it's got the Joker smile on it, I think that'll be ideal for me.
I used to draw lips on mine. Seriously, I used to draw lips. different mouth expressions.
Aw.
Yeah, I just like walking around with a happy smile on my face.
Mandela Ma, what do you mean by you were born twice? I'm 2 days older and two different names. What does that mean? 2 or 4?
I'm curious myself.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 2 full sets of memories.
Well, I know that we have 2 names, because we have the name that God gives us, and we have our birth name. I have heard that before. Well, what was always confusing for me is like I always say to everybody, the Lord's Prayer, because when I was from the age of 11 on up, I would try to put debtors, debts and debtors and trespassers. I'd try to put it all in the same prayer because I thought it was all part of the same prayer, but it never fit in right. And I didn't realize that there's like one, there's two Lord's Prayers in the New Testament, I think one's in Matthew and one's in Luke. I'm not positive on that. Have to look it up. But yeah.
I don't remember debtors ever being in the Lord's Prayer.
No.
Well, I remember debts and debtors, and I remember trespassers, but it was 2 separate locations in the Bible.
Yeah, I remember trespassers, but I don't remember debtors. Ever.
No.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, I remember the main prayer was always the trespasses. We never used the debtors in the Lord's Prayer when I was growing up, but it was there, in the Bible. Yeah.
Well, trespassers used to be in mine, and now it's not. Now it's debtors. I'm going.
You should have both versions.
No,
Actually.
my Bible changed.
Yeah.
Let me look in mine. There should be 2 versions in there. One in Luke and one in Matthew, I believe. Let me look. I'm gonna freak out if this isn't like it's supposed to be.
And then it also the changes on earth. Now it says in earth.
In earth, yeah. It's true.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah. It should say on earth as it is in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tires and highways are in the Bible now.
Yeah, I know. So is stuff.
Manifolds.
So is stuff. They're just dumbing people down left and right is what they're doing. Emojis. Emojis are in the Bible.
It used to be good. Now it's stuff.
We're like entering the redneck version. The redneck version of reality. That's what it seems like to me.
Well, what I think it is
don't get me
Bible.
There.
I think we're getting the Bible ready for the New World Order crap.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing.
You're not gonna tell me that the Bible was wrote by somebody in South Appalachia. No, can't tell me that.
A girl.
Yeah, hand on the Bible. He covered the Bible until a certain time, and then he lifted his hand off of it, and that's when Satan got on.
I don't remember learning about a little girl being restored to life. Something I guess I've forgotten. Make room.
I'm waiting for Jeff Foxworthy to rewrite the entire book of Revelations.
Yeah, you might be a redneck. Oh, that's funny.
Well, this dragon came down out the sky and asked me how I believed, and I said I believed in Jesus. This breathing fire on me in the first place did not affect me. And he asked me how did I not burn up? I said because I believe in Jesus. Then he breathed fire on me the second time. It did not burn me one bit. And he goes, I still don't believe you did not burn me when I breathe this fire down upon you. The third time he blew fire on me and he perfect.
It exploded.
And then Jesus said unto the apostles,
he breathed fire on me. He goes, why the fire burn me the third time? And I said, well, I figured it seems like you already had the barbecue pit going, I'd roast a T-bone.
And then Jesus said unto the apostles, throw another possum in the pot, we has got company.
Cricket.
And I cast you out this temple. You are not sitting here taking money and laundering money and defiling the house of the Lord. 1,400 years later, you walk in the door. Priest has his hand out. Where's your tithe?
And that's why I'm banned from my local church. Because last time I walked in, and within 2 minutes they've passed the collection plates round twice. And on the third time I just stood up, whacked it in the air, and shouted, not in my father's house.
Amen.
Now, I've got no problem with them like wanting donations so they can keep the church running, but when they shoving that collection plate in your face every 2 minutes, that is an abomination in my eyes.
Amen.
Jesus himself threw that shit out of the fucking church. Pardon my mouth.
That's the only time Jesus got mad.
All that donation plate is prostitution of the belief.
Yeah.
Amen.
That's all that is.
Then here's another thing. It's like, you know,
that too. Because I go to a non-denominational church on occasion due to the fact that they shoved that plate in your face, literally. Like, you need donations, just put a donation box at the door.
yeah. Stop trying to guilt people into giving money.
Yeah.
And since I'm like banned from my local church, I've taken to now phoning round churches to make sure they're following the Bible. And
When
I've
I
made a
show up,
list of,
I gotta have a wicker basket shoved in my face to force me to put money in it. You know what I do? Put 2 pence. Or as we say in America, our 2 cents.
Right.
2 copper pennies.
Mm-hmm.
my idea for next time is when they shove that plate in my face, I'm going to take a nice big handful and say thank you.
Why, thank you. May I have another? May I have some more?
I didn't know they were giving money out here.
Okay,
I'll
so
be
yeah,
like,
it is located in the Bible twice, like I stated. I'm right. Um, it's going to be located in Matthew 6 to 9. It says, Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Then if you go over to Luke 11:2, it says, Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. And then it says, Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our sins, for we also forgive everyone who is indebted to us. And no one lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. That's
Yeah,
changed. It used to be identical except for debts and debtors, and now they're different. But they're
They're
still both
completely
there.
different. Your
Yeah, but
your
yeah,
it
but
shouldn't be thy name, not your name.
yeah, they're still there though. They've changed again since the last time I looked at them, honestly, because it used to be identical except for trespass and trespassers and debts and debtors. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
there's a new one you can send to EYA.
Do what?
There's a new one you can send to EYA.
No, I don't know that person.
You don't know what show
No,
Yashua with?
no, I'm sub to that person, but I don't know them. Or I was sub to them. I don't know if I still am or not, but yeah.
Yeah, I know YouTube's unsubbing everybody from everybody.
Oh, yeah. You gotta watch that, people.
I got unsubbed from Katie Cupcakes, Honey Ann, Theron, Floyd. I think I've been unsubbed to you again, so I gotta find you again.
Mandela
Uh,
Mile, the point when I was making in Revelation 13 is that Yahweh is the fourth beast. That was the main point that I was reading about. So you know, see that question you asked.
and while I'm thinking about it, I know for a fact I've been unsubbed from Mandela Mile and Close, so I've got to resub to both of you. So I'm gonna resub to both of you as well.
Wow.
Yeah, I lost 80% of my subscriptions in one day.
You know, I'll tell you one thing though. One thing that I never stray from is
Oh, check it out. I'm still subscribed to Mandela Mile.
the feeling that I have that we are in a mirrored universe. I
How
still
about
feel like
that?
some type of angelic high magic was placed on us, you know, and we were like sat behind the mirror, behind the reflection. And now, you know, we're in the upside down and everything's freaky and weird and off, you know. And I kind of feel like that's a certain faction of people that are literally running from God because God is returning. That's just my opinion. You know, they can run, but they can't hide, though, right?
That's
You know,
right.
yeah.
and I feel like
Yeah.
the process of what they're doing, we're being dragged along with them. You know, it's unfortunate. We didn't ask for this crap, but you know, basically that's what they're doing to us.
Hey, check this out. I was still subscribed to Manila Mile, but I was unsubbed to Chloe. I resubbed Chloe.
Yeah, you know, but everybody has their own opinion as to what's going on. Just that's what I feel in my spirit, you know. And I've stuck to the same feeling, the same thought, you know, for a long time. You know, but everybody has their own opinion, you know. Some people believe that this has always happened. We just didn't notice it because, you know, technology wasn't so advanced. You know, if you noticed weird things happening, you'd be like, oh, that's weird, but you wouldn't communicate with other people. You could just blow it off and keep on going about your life. But with computers, you know, we're able to share this stuff worldwide. You know?
Yeah, well, I think the affected can't see the changes. And before the internet, anyone who was unaffected and could see the changes, if they were to
Yeah,
say so, they'd be put in a mental institution.
yeah, Mandela Muppets, Jason McFall.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if
If you
he
aren't
said.
subscribed to all these people, sub to them because they have good channels. Sorry, Jason, go
Because
ahead.
if you look at the people that are suffering from the Mandela effect, they don't see the changes.
No, and they think we're nuts.
Yeah. And then you get the shills that say it's like the people that are unaffected aren't seeing the changes, but the whole thing is like
Do
the
you think
effects
that
I
may
like.
come down to a separation of the wheat and tares, Therian?
Yeah,
Or it may come down to a separation of hybrids and humans?
yeah. I think it's like a large amount of things, but it's like the people who
Yeah.
can't see the changes.
They're not fully human, maybe. They have blinders on.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like they're also missing other qualities from their lives, like compassion.
You know, O negatives have that as well. You know, they're not very compassionate people. I'm not talking bad about them. I'm just saying that's one of their traits.
What I've come to notice from the majority of people who can't see the changes,
Hmm.
the ones that are truly affected by this, where it's like the brainwashed, the narcissists, and it's the whole attitude is they've got no compassion for people. The mindset is I'm right, you're wrong,
Yeah. Well,
and they
clothing.
won't even look at any altering opinions because it's not what they say it is.
Right. Yeah. They're not open minded at all. They're very closed minded. Chloe, what I feel like is like, see, if you're looking in the mirror, it's reflection. You know, before we were free, we were on the outside of the mirror, like looking into the mirror at our reflection. And somehow or another, we were sucked into the mirror. So now we're behind the mirror and we're trapped. You know, I mean, because I feel like, you know, the space used to be open. You know, we've always had a firmament, but I don't feel like we were closed in before. And I feel like now we were sucked into this other reality where we're closed in, we're trapped. You know, we're kind of like prisoners. If that explains it, any. You know, and if you think about our TVs, if you think about our TVs and our computers, basically they're black mirrors. You know, they're like magic mirrors. Okay, Jason, go ahead.
Mandela Miles said they hate laughter.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
so true. They hate to see you happy and laughing and enjoying life like our Creator intended us to do so.
Right.
Well, that also makes sense why they hate weed as well.
What I want to know is why they hate black people so much. Because
That's political. That's political. That's not religious. That's political.
I'm not speaking religion. I'm saying how come they're trying to wipe black people out, period.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
not
why?
black people. It's Muslims. It's freaking Jews. It's
No.
pagans. Oh, yeah. Everybody that's not white Christian is a target.
In the United States, and around the
Doesn't
United
matter. If
States,
you're not a white
all
Christian, you're
the
a target.
tragedy that's happened with storms is hitting the black communities. Just saying.
Right now, it's blacks killing blacks or blacks killing cops.
Any
And,
black people in history are being eradicated and replaced by white people. What's that all about?
right. And me, I believe there's good in blacks, there's good in whites, and there's bad in whites and bad in black. We all bleed red. That's all, period.
Yeah, and I'm just going to throw this
Doesn't
out there.
necessarily mean we're all fully human, though.
The thing that I've noticed is happening, it's like, depending on what country you're in, it's like happening in different ways. Look at Africa, how they're carrying out a white genocide at the moment.
Right.
And then look at America, where it's like flipped around and it's against black people, which is just wrong. Everywhere you look at it,
Yeah.
they're trying to
It is wrong.
merge everyone into one race under one control.
Yeah.
And they're trying to like use religion against religion,
Yeah.
color
Diversity
against
is
color. It's all divide and conquer.
How boring we would be if we were all the same, right?
That's right, Darian. Divide and
Yeah.
conquer. That's what they're
It's
trying to do.
always been that way. They've always
it's like-
tried to pit people against each other.
Yeah, it's like in America
mean-
with the police problem. It's like the police are more likely to shoot someone who's black than they are a white person.
Right.
But in the
Or
UK,
Hispanic as well.
Yeah, in the UK, more white people die in police custody than any other race.
Hmm.
Wow.
It's like complete flipped.
It's crazy, man.
And they're trying to
The thing
merge
of it
everyone's
is,
culture into one to destroy the past.
Well, division has always been the game plan of the opponent.
But you know what?
Conquer.
And God, guys, we are all one body.
Yes, we are. We are the body of
He
Christ.
does not look at race at
Nope.
all.
And when we're children and innocent, we don't see race either. We don't see race until we're taught it.
Yeah,
And they keep saying diversity is a good thing, but what they're doing is destroying diversity.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, they're
And
doing
every
You've got the
country's got their own way of
together.
doing it.
They are trying to get us back down to a mud race. Trying to steal everybody's culture from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, diversity means you've got like a load of different groups together living side by side, not all mixed into one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't have an answer for that. I mean, I just think that in every aspect of life, diversion and division is created. And sadly,
Will
most people
somebody
play
pull
into
up
it.
a picture of Bob Marley? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull up a picture of Bob Marley and Bob Marley's dad.
I don't need to pull up a
Apparently,
picture, I can just hold one up.
yeah, is he white or black?
Black.
Okay.
But on this grinder, he's like sort of like the Jamaican flag colour. But it don't really show up very well on here.
Because I know Bob Marley was black.
He was black. So was the guy who invented the cotton gin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bob Marley was black. Okay, it's just the way some of these pictures look. Make him look white.
Okay. They said he worked for the government. Did y'all know that? Said
Yeah.
he was an agent. Yeah.
Now, Bob Marley's dad.
CIA. Said he was CIA.
Holy shit. Oh, you're joking me. You gotta be kidding me.
Mandela Mall, you're hilarious.
What did he say?
she said, "Thank God I'm still white." I always say that if I woke up tomorrow in a black person's body, being the fact that I've been white my whole life.
You gotta be joking me. Bob Marley's dad is white as a cracker.
Bob Marley was dead. He's been dead.
No, Bob Marley's dad.
Oh, dad. Well, I knew he was mixed race. I knew that.
No, Bob Marley's dad is white as hell. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he is mixed. He is mixed. He's always been mixed. I knew that.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I
How the
remember the
hell
story.
did such an awesome reggae voice come out of somebody who's got a dad that fought World War I, white as a...
Well, I'm sure he's
He's
got a
white as
mama.
a sheep.
He's a little bit country. He's a little bit rock and roll. That's how.
They didn't
It's just-
look like he wandered in a KKK.
yeah.
Oh, Bob
Yeah,
Marley's
I mean-
mom is beautiful.
Yeah, isn't she?
Yes, she is. I'm trying to find some better pictures of her. Oh, here's a good one.
I wouldn't care. If my name was Sheila or Shaniqua. It's just a name.
And it's like, what the? I didn't know Bob Marley's dad was white.
By God, if my name was Shaniqua, I better have a big booty. Just saying.
Well, you got the right attitude already, so. Hey, Mandel Miles, thanks for the heads up on that one. I didn't know that.
Listen, Chloe said, do y'all remember the story of Daniel being in the lion's den, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Chloe says that's why they changed his skin from white to black. So she said, okay, that's why I'm asking, because the way I remember it is, in order to protect Daniel, God changed his skin from white to black to scare the people in the lions. Do y'all remember that? I don't.
No.
No, I never heard of that one before.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Me either.
Mm-mm. Yeah, me
Hey,
either.
Mandela Mile.
Chloe, I
Mandela
just
Mile.
love good people.
My boss has the original 8-track tapes from Bob Marley and cassettes.
Chloe, but I
I'd
can
like to go get them.
tell you one thing. I always say race doesn't matter. And I have one of my best friends is a black man, and I don't have a problem with anybody. But it just seems like, if you'll notice, we do tend to always flock to our own tribe. And that goes for every race. If you look here on this panel, my tribe,
Yeah.
they match me. And it's not because I chose them that way. It's just because this is who I like. And this is who I get along with. I mean,
Then you got a foul-mouthed redneck.
that's really,
You got a
that's
foul-mouthed redneck. You got a weed-smoking.
well, I'm just saying,
Brit.
it is what it is.
Oh, I'm not a Brit. I'm Scottish
That's what
Japanese.
It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
yeah, that's right.
This is my tribe here. This is who I can, who understands me, and this is who I understand and who I'm comfortable with. And I've mostly, wherever you gravitate, you'll see the same thing. It's not just me saying it, but I'm not afraid to tell the truth. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It is what it is.
I mean, these
Yeah,
people
it's
here are
like-
tribe, and just because their skin happens to match mine, I don't know. That's not I chose it. It's just these are the people that I understand and that get me.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
It's trust me on this. It's not your
It's not
skin
racism.
color.
It's not
It's
racism.
not your skin color. It's not your skin color. It's you
No.
grew up in the same area as they did.
Yeah. Well, it's not
So
racism. either.
it's your cultural upbringing that
It's
makes you form
relatability.
into these little cliques.
It's
Now, if
relatability.
you want, yeah, it's relatability.
You know.
Now, if you want to break out of that, do what I've been doing, which is go outside of the boundaries
Mhm.
and talk to people that are in different groups. And
Well,
yeah, I'm
I've done
talking to
that.
people in different groups, and I'm going, no, I'm not talking to you any fucking more due to the fact
Well,
that you're
yeah,
an
well,
ANZAC.
I've gravitated
But
to
I'm
other
talking to
groups.
people in that
I
same
always
group,
come back
and I'm
home.
going, you're cool as hell.
I always go back home because home is where my heart is, and that's where I'm comfortable.
yeah,
This is
I-
home. Here is home.
I'm a homebody.
That's what I'm saying. This group right here, this is home. I might stray away and go check out other groups, but in the diversity. But that's not where I'm comfortable, and that's not where people can relate to me.
Mhm.
yeah, it's like still upbringing and that. It's not even that. It's to do with personality more.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying.
Because I get all the fun of being mixed race. It's in England. I get asked when I'm going to go back to wherever, Scotland
Well, I
or
am too.
Japan. They
Well, I
won't
am
even
too.
tell me which one I should go to. When they look
See?
at my background, I go to Scotland, and because I've lived in England most of my life, they say, when you're going back.
Well,
I go to
I have
Japan, I
white
get
skin.
exactly the same answer there. I know, I'm like, yellowy,
Well,
white.
even though I have white skin theory and I've experienced racism my whole life, I mean, I have people that talk crap about Hispanic people, okay, and here I am, I'm Spaniard, I'm part Spaniard, so they don't realize because I have white skin that they're dogging me to my face, and then I have to deal with the issue that my husband has brown skin, that he's Hispanic, and my entire life I've heard people dog Hispanic people, and I've had to deal with it all my life.
Yeah, it's just wrong. It's like the way I judge people is by the character, not the.
Well, I'm just
I
saying,
just
just because
people
you have
by
white
the
skin
character.
doesn't mean that you're clear from racism, because I've dealt with it my whole life.
Yeah,
It's
you're
not
not the only
fun.
one.
It's painful. It's very painful.
But
Yeah, it is.
See,
okay,
hate
but
people.
you know what?
And the impact. Go ahead.
When it breaks down to it, okay, we cannot be politically correct, people. Okay, we got to be Jesus correct. That means,
I just gravitate towards like-minded people that
yeah,
treat me right, you know?
yeah, get into what Jesus' mindset is, and that is love.
Love your neighbor as you love yourself, right, Tina?
That's it. Thank you.
And if your neighbor slaps you in the face, then go slap them back because you aren't no Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, something.
Remember, political correctness is cancer. Love is the answer.
Yes, love is the answer. Political correctness is cancer. You got that right.
Listen to what Mandela Mall just put there in, and is this not crazy? One year I was black for Halloween. I threw in the accent, and no one knew me. That was the best year. I had an afro wig and makeup. What was I talking about doing for Halloween?
Oh, the Justin Trudeau outfit.
Oh, we had a gangster attitude. Oh, you better be right about that one.
It
Damn
bees
right.
that way sometimes. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
And I do want to apologize to everybody watching this stream and everybody in the chat, because I'm not going to change myself just because I'm in this group. I am a mix between Howard Stern and Jerry Seinfeld. I've got a foul mouth. I will cuss.
Well, we all do.
I want to apologize for that right now due to the fact that, well, it seems to be the best way to express certain things.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think Mandela Mall or Tina appreciate vulgarity, but I don't think Chloe minds.
Are you kidding? Mandela Miles throwing up a couple WTFs. So,
Yeah, but that was just initial, that was just abbreviations.
yeah.
That could mean what the fork, like I say, what the fork.
okay, I'm waiting for Mandela Mile to cuss me out now, just because of the
I'm
simple
just-
fact that I'm just waiting for it.
I'm just going to say this. Anyone who is offended by swearing, grow the fuck up. It's only words. Words can't hurt you.
Especially
On the other hand, can.
especially if they're not the right to you. I mean,
Really?
Well, you got, I can say that if somebody punches you, the bruise will go away.
Somebody
But when they throw words at you, sometimes that affects you your whole life.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Only if you let it.
but
It messes with your psyche,
The
sometimes.
thing to do is just to brush it off, throw an insult back, and not care, because it's like, at the end of the day, if they're mouthing off at you, giving you like a hard time, they're showing their own insecurities in their own lives.
Well, look, when my stepdad called me wide track because I was fat with braces, I couldn't brush that off because I had to look at myself in the mirror. And when I was called cactus face because I had acne, I couldn't blow it off because I had to see myself in the mirror, and it hurt.
Thank
It
you.
took many years for me to get rid of those braces and that acne and all that lard that I had on me, and I still had a low self-esteem after I recovered from all that shit. So I can say words will hurt, Darian.
Well,
If you
and
have-
yeah,
they hurt.
words will hurt. Words will hurt.
you have a soft heart, those words shoot you like arrows, and
Yeah.
they bring you down for years.
and then you know what? When you get somebody like my ex-husband saying you fucking stupid, bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Mhm.
hurts. That hurts to the core, man.
You're a stupid fucking bitch. You worship Satan. I've heard that a few
You know,
times.
But you know
The thing
what?
is, though,
I
you've got
don't
to.
try not to cuss. I really do. I used to cuss like a sailor. I
So
admit it.
every other word.
I try not to do it at all because it's respect.
Well, profanity. When a woman's profane, it just makes her look trashy,
Yeah.
in my
The
opinion.
thing is, though, it's like anger. You don't want to bottle it up. You brush it off because
Yeah.
that's negativity.
Yeah, well, there's a time and place for everything, right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe that,
Yeah.
Karen. I
You
agree
know,
with you.
I just don't, if Chase is going to cuss and he believes in Jesus, so be it.
Well,
It's just not going,
Well, Peanut,
I'm not going to,
Peanut,
I'm not going to do it. I'm trying not.
we're all free to be, you know.
Right,
It's
exactly.
our choice. It's free will.
Darian might cuss, so be it. He believes in Jesus. I love him. I love you, Jason,
Yes,
for who you are. I love
I try
Sarah
not to
for who
cuss.
she
Yeah,
is, and I love Honey Ann is who she is.
yeah. I try
I'm
hard not to.
right. I try hard not to cuss.
that was funny.
The thing is, though, it's like, remember what Jesus taught us. You get rid of all the badness from inside you first.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
true.
Yeah. These people that go around like calling people names,
Yeah,
attacking people.
they have
Yeah.
low self-esteem. That's
Yeah.
why they really need to attack you. It's a reflection of
They're
their self.
literally, they're literally showing their inferiority.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because a
It's a
proper
reflection of them.
person won't be like that. It says in the Bible, do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
let's face it, in our modern day and age, there are places where legitimately, oh shit, damn, all by itself, damn,
What the fork?
what the fuck?
No, I say fork.
I said, what the fuck?
I say fork you.
You got to be fucking kidding me.
And the
Those
whole
all come
brother.
into play in a legitimate sentence. I'm not cussing anybody. I'm not cussing anybody out. I'm just cussing.
Yeah.
And frankly, it's become so ingrained in our modern language. Are they even cuss words anymore?
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
instead of
you can use the word fuck in every
instead of
word of a
using
sentence.
Jesus Christ as a swear word, you could always say, "Oh, Moses, smell the roses."
Well, think about it. It's like the people are saying these are like obscenity, swear words, stuff like that. They're just trying to silence people's freedom of expression and silence freedom of speech. If you start removing words from the vocabulary, what happens? You silence opposition.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, the
And
Nikes just showed up.
that's what it's getting like in the UK. They say,
Mandela
you're
Mile,
not allowed
I
to say
never
this, you're not
say
allowed to say that.
Mandela Mile, I never say GD.
No.
Oh man, I hate that word. That
Well,
word.
when you're saying God damn, you're damning God Rael, who is Satan. You're not damning our Father because that's not his name. That was a big change as well. Just saying.
Yeah, but
Okay.
C word. That just shuts. You know.
Yeah.
Now, I
Just
have smacked my thumb with a hammer a couple times and go, Jesus Christ! Grab my thumb and go, freaking make the pain go away.
Jason, have you heard about the sack? Have you heard that story about the sack with the hammer and the nail? Have you
No.
heard it? Might I enlighten you on it?
No, I haven't heard it.
Would you like me to tell you,
Yeah.
Jason? Okay. There was this man, and he was looking at the classifieds because he was interested in purchasing a farm. And he looked around and looked around, and he saw one where it seemed like a really good deal. So he got a hold of the old farmer, and he went out there to check out the farm. And the farmer said, gave him his set price. And he said, "But I'll tell you what, if you marry my daughter Bertha, I'll give you the farm. I'll give it to you, in your wedding dowry." And he's like, "Well, I guess she can't be that bad. If she's that bad, I'll just put a bag over her head." And so, anyway, he married her, and he was out working in the barn in the eaves, and he had asked Bertha to go get him some nails. So he was like, "Hey, Bertha, go get me some nails." And she's just, "Get the nails, get the nails, get the nails." So she brought him back the nails. And so, anyway, as he's standing there hammering, he said, Bertha, go get me some tea. And she was like, get the tea, get the tea, get the tea. And when she brought him back his tea, he hit himself on the thumb with his hammer. He said, oh, fuck. And Bertha said, get the sack, get the sack.
Chloe brought up a good point in the chat. That's just messed up. That's just messed up.
I'm Spaniard too, Chloe. Barcelona, Spain. That's where my family come from.
Yeah, she's talking
We have
about the difference between
Mexicans
Mexicans and Spaniards. Spaniards are from
I'm Spain.
Europe.
I'm Spanish.
Mexicans are from Mexico.
Yeah, yeah. My husband
And
is
Mexicans are
my husband's
Maya,
I'm Spaniard.
Inca. Yeah, Maya. Maya. Mexicans are mainly from South. Native American descent. So
Yeah.
they look different.
How do you think you get Mexicans, Jason? You get them. You get Mexicans from Spaniards and Indians. Okay.
Yeah, that's how you get Mexicans.
Just saying. I mean, look at my last name. It's Amaya. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, it's a Mayan name.
Yeah. But do you know also the name Amaya comes from England? It comes from Mexico, and it also derives from England. How about that?
Yeah,
When it derives from England, it means people of the hills, the mountain people.
and Nike is through in the Aztec.
Michelle, hi Michelle. Good to see you, love you.
Yeah, I haven't heard from you in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't either. Yeah, yep, yep. What'd you say? Scary now? You know why? What's scary? There's something in the book of John that changed in the Bible. I can't save my life though, and it was very, very important. It was something that Jesus had said, and it was like the last few verses in the chapter of John, and I can't think to save my life now what it was. It was real important, and I had it written down on one of my previous Bibles that I can't seem to find for some odd reason. It was really important. I'm going to have to go back and do some research and see if I can find it because I don't have it marked in my new Bible either. I'm sweating again. Ooh, Lord.
Okay, Chloe, let's hear you curse like a fucking sailor.
Chloe, she'd have to get on. She'd have to get on here.
She's got her mouth zipped in that one.
Let's hear you curse like a fucking sailor. I want to hear it. I want to hear this.
So let's see here, John. Okay. Believe in Jesus and know that He is God. He is the light of the world. Is to not have to live in darkness. Confess His name and word, for He is God. Okay, I think that's it right there. That's what was left out of the Bible, John 12:42 through 50. I mean, look, I think this is it, guys. I do have it. Let's see. No, that's not it. It's not it. It's still here. Oh. There's something that's so similar to that, though, that was left out. So be it. And lately this has been on my mind a lot, guys, and it's driving me nuts because I feel like it's really important that we bring it back up. Whatever it is that was left out. 14:17. That's still there.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm in my computer chair and it's down low because if I set it up high, it really hurts my back and
Yeah. Not even on camera.
My
Yeah.
put my nose up.
Well, that's because you got short legs.
I'm not even on camera because I look like death on a cracker. I've been so sick.
Yeah, this weather change has really screwed up with my sinuses and my arthritis. It's like, oh
Can you reach up and aim your camera down?
no, my camera's in my computer.
Mine is too.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. How about, well,
And,
we're usually only seeing the top of your head when we're doing chats anyway. So,
Well, if
I
I
was going to say, maybe putting a footstool underneath your chair in front of it.
I believe that, Chloe, too. I really believe that. She says, yeah, but we're just programmed for it to sink into our unconscious mind. And that makes us act and do things in a certain way that we don't even most of the time realize it is a defense mechanism due to people's words. We don't know it affects us the way it does most of the time, but it's good at tracking that down within myself. I learned years ago, Chloe, I had to I had to go to some counseling to get a lot of the insecurities and stuff that I had. I'm an old lady now, I'm over all that. The way I feel now is like it or lump it. I'm going to be me,
mhm,
There's nothing fake
Oh,
here.
right.
I'm happy to say I've never used cuss words in an attack on somebody. I've
Oh, I
never
have.
had to.
Oh, I have. Yeah.
No,
I have.
I've never used cuss words to demean somebody.
If you get me super, super, super mad,
Yeah, I lose all control.
I will cuss like a sailor, man.
Yeah.
But I try to I try to keep it always clean, man. I always try to.
When I
But
used to get angry, I'd have an out of body experience literally, and I wouldn't even realize that I would tear somebody down and rip them apart like I would. Other people would tell me later, and it was really awful. I don't ever want to be that person again, guys.
right.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't like getting mad. I hate getting mad at people and I hate
it's not worth it.
no, it's not.
If it's that person has that kind of personality, it's your own fault for being stupid for hanging around them. Because you could choose, it's free will. You could choose to walk away.
Yep. That's
We
it.
really need to get Chloe in here. I want to hear Chloe go on a cuss tirade.
Apparently, they must like the abuse if they're sticking around.
Chloe,
Yeah.
honey, you don't have to do anything.
Um,
No, she don't. But
yeah. Jason's messing with you, Chloe. Yeah. Let me see here. Where is
no,
that?
I know. Look at her channel. I'm sure she's got some pretty good words on a couple of her videos.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it works. You gotta pin that one. You gotta pin that one. That's there on point of Tina.
No, Jason, look again.
Yeah, that was you.
Yeah, that's me.
We were all pointing at you.
It's all you, buddy.
Hey, I'm gonna cuss. I'm not gonna deny it. I'll be damned if I'm gonna deny it. I cuss.
Yeah, Jason, even my cat's pointed at you.
Oh,
But you know what? That's my YouTube personality. I'm gonna cuss. I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna make fun of everything there is on earth because that's how I branded myself on YouTube.
You're my brother, and I
Yeah, you knew this before you brought me on here.
That's what I said. That's what I said. I accept you for who you are.
yeah,
You knew that before you brought me on here.
yeah.
Ain't no shame in my game, buddy. You're really welcome here. You're part of my tribe.
Oh yeah.
That's all I got to say about that. So, anyway, what do
I'm
y'all
gonna I'm
what do
gonna
y'all
be
feel
sitting
like talking
back.
about? Anything? Anybody?
Well,
Any subjects y'all want to bring up? It's been in the back of your head. PG-13 or less.
all that rules out anything I have to talk about.
All I know is Jesus is coming back soon, guys. Be ready. Look up.
People get ready. Jesus is coming.
Be watching.
Look up because your redemption draweth nigh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I was reading,
Mandela Mile goes, freedom of speech. You better believe it. I'm a true believer in that.
you
Yeah.
guys, like I was reading earlier in Revelation 13, it says the wicked are not going to know the time. They're going to think that they've got plenty of time left. They're not going to realize that it's up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Only the wise are the ones that are looking to the signs of the times and know the season that we're in.
Yep.
Because we don't know the exact time or the hour or the day, but we do know the season. He'll be returning in, and we're in that season.
Yeah, we are in that season.
I keep telling people we're up 11:59 on the time clock.
Mm-hmm.
Time's up.
Tick-tock. Tick-tock.
Tick tock, tick tock.
That's my puppy's name.
Who is?
What?
Who's saying time's up?
Yeah, time's up, buddy. It's time to shit or get off the pot. Hi, Colin. Colin
Okay.
says, amen. Jesus
Shut
is
down. My bladder just filled up.
Hi, Colin.
Colin!
He had a good stream the other night. I'm pretty sure it was Colin that showed Tom Horn. I think it was Friday night. I watched it. I love Tom Horn. Tom Horn, Steve Quayle. I've followed them for years.
I got to be subbed to him too.
Yeah, I had
You
purchased.
are unsubbing bull crap.
I had purchased my Septuagint Bible from Tom Horn, and I loved it so much. And then it burned up in the house fire. I hated that. Yeah.
You've got to go back and I don't know how to do it, but you got to handle a couple wrenches. And I don't know how to do that through StreamYard.
I've already given wrenches. Why? What's wrong?
Mandela Mile.
No, Mandela Mile's got one.
Mm-hmm.
Nikes doesn't have one.
How do you know the season?
And Colin.
You know the
Yeah,
season by what the time is. You could see the prophecies and all that. Go to my channel. I'm not trying to, but go to my channel, Mandela Mile. The video I made today.
plus the Jewish prophecies. Just saying.
Please go see it. It's really important. And if you like it, copy it, download it, and pass it on, buddy.
We're not against unwarranted plugs. Please go watch her video. She just put it out today. It's a great video. It's going to tell you everything you need to know about that subject.
Yeah.
And if you want to be offended, go to my channel and look at some of my older videos. I am guaranteed to offend you.
Love you, Jason.
And if you want to learn the secrets to time, the universe, and everything in between, go to my channel. It's all there, but it's hidden. That's no joke. I've literally put the key to time travel in several of my videos.
Really?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
The only problem is to get that to work, you're going to need a lot of technology and a lot of money.
Colin James has brought something up. Oh, yeah, check it out. I've got to empty my bladder. Again. Like I said, everybody, I'm rude, I'm crude, I'm lewd, but I'm honest.
Just keep your honesty, buddy.
Yep, that's true. That did happen, Colin.
I just hope I make it to the bathroom in time. I've been holding it too long.
It's called the pen. The pen. Hello. Used to be the pens.
Things will get a lot worse than it is. Oh yeah, but Delma, you're right. People are not going to believe how much worse it's going to get.
Right. And which I bring up once again, the Schumann resonance. I think they're going to do something that's going to affect the Schumann resonance, which is going to cause people to become exceedingly more wicked because it's going to mess with their mentality. That's just an opinion. But it does affect us in many ways, guys. That's why I had brought it up. If they check around with the Schumann resonance, it would literally cause people to go insane.
Yeah.
Well, that's already happening.
Well, yeah, it is.
Look at how insane people went when Trump got into office.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that wasn't a rational reaction.
No.
That was over the top, batshit craziness.
What was it
Yeah.
you said? What did you say, Therian? I missed it.
Yeah, when Trump got into office, look at how people
Oh, I
acted.
know. That was
Pure
cuckoo bear
insanity
crazy.
in the streets.
That was cuckoo bear crazy.
I mean,
I've never seen anybody act like that. That was demonic.
Democrats went nuts. Literally nuts.
That's
Tell
not
me that
today.
didn't. Tell me that didn't feel totally demonic.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you're off today?
No, I'm working today.
Huh?
I am working today. It is tomorrow.
Yep, it's 2 o'clock for us. 2 o'clock, Deb.
It's 3:16 here at my time.
9:15
Yeah,
for
Debbie
me.
goes. Debbie goes. Are you supposed to be working today? I said it's not today until it's tomorrow.
It is.
And I walked in the clock, and it's like, oh wait, it is tomorrow.
Today is the yesterday you forgot about tomorrow.
And I got a lot of work to do tomorrow.
Well, you better
Right.
get to bed, sir. Get some good sleep.
He probably has to go to work in about 3 hours.
Oh my Lord.
No, my boss isn't going to be here for another 7 hours, so I'm good.
Good deal.
Yeah, I
Good
can
deal.
stay on here for another hour and still be okay to go to work tomorrow.
Mandela Mile crazy is the new norm. I'm just
Crazy
kidding.
is the new norm.
It is totally.
Well, ain't that the fucking truth?
It is. It is. Crazy is the new norm.
Well, if you look at it, all Jesus believers, man, they all look at us like we're weirdos. So
That's okay. You are my kind of weirdo, my kind of crazy. You are my tribe.
I love being a weirdo because I love my.
No, nobody can take the love I have for Jesus away, nor the
Yep.
love I have for my people.
Yep.
You can do
Oh,
what you
there's
want.
a movement by a local. There's a local church down by me. They
It's a total
are.
compliment, right?
Yeah, listen to this. You're gonna love this shit.
Okay.
And I still haven't got a hold of Nice B to tell her about it yet because I just seen it on the way home and I don't have her email address. But there's a Baptist church that is protesting Megs B being a nun because of her activity on YouTube.
Whatever. That's the most stupid thing I've ever heard.
Well, in a way, that's a good thing because they're giving her free publicity.
I guess.
Yeah.
So her
Yeah,
subscriber count's going to go up. In other news, I've decided I'm going to be a full-time preacher.
Megs B
So
doesn't do anything on YouTube that should be against what she is. You know what I mean? What are they saying?
Yeah.
She can't be around technology because she's a nun? Come on.
Well, no, it's not just that. I mean, she's got several Mandela effect videos, and she's saying she's trying to poison the stream with satanic information. And it's like, are you? And I'm going, are you fucking kidding me? A Catholic nun, EYA, is doing the same thing. There's 4 dozen preachers out there doing the same thing. So you're gonna attack Megs B?
Some people put out new information, and some people like to go around and copy everybody else's information on YouTube and act like they're putting it out. And that kind of stuff gets on my nerves. Just saying.
Yeah, and then you get like
they're going after.
They have no originality. They have to steal other people's stuff. Not Megs B, but they don't have anything original.
Yeah, so this itty bitty 20-member church is going after Megs B now, and I'm going, oh, you got to be freaking kidding me.
Yeah.
So I gotta get a hold of her tomorrow, no matter what.
That's all I can say. It's the deal.
Yeah, and I gotta give her the heads up because she lives like 27 miles north of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta get the word out to her somehow. I've never been to her house. I don't have her phone number. I don't have her email. I don't really have a good way to get a hold of her other than find her latest YouTube video and go, hey, my local church just decided to wage an attack on you because you're a nun talking about the Mandela effect. Now apparently you're the damn devil.
You know what I think's funny, Chloe? It's whenever you meet somebody who's crazy and you accept they're kind of crazy, and then they totally do a flip flop on you and totally change their crazy. I'm just saying that happened to me. True experience.
What's really scary is whenever their crazy turns into your sane.
Well, you've got people that are like that are recording their every move because they live right next door, and they freak out. I mean, when you know a person's been hospitalized in a mental hospital and you accept it, and you don't judge them for it. And then all of a sudden they tell you, well, how could we possibly be friends? Because my God is like Sylvia Brown. And you follow Jesus. I'm like, it's okay. Just respect. If you respect one another, it's okay. And then all of a sudden one day they freak out on you and you go knock on the door and you're like, hey, just come to see how you're doing. And they're like, fine. And they slam the door in your face. And then they start recording every move you make out their window from the crack in your mini blinds. I'm just saying. That kind of crazy. I will never deal with it again. I had to put a privacy fence up just to deal with that crazy.
Yeah, I'm just going to quickly throw something out there for any churches that decide to go after me in future.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. And while you're at it, like, share, and subscribe. Because I am still going to share the works of Jesus Christ. And yeah, I'm a goth. I've slept in a coffin. I've even read the Satanic Bible to see what the enemy was up to.
Stop it! Stop it!
But it does say there in the Bible, know your enemy.
Yes, correct. Know your enemy. No.
And I will go down every rabbit hole just to see what's down there and introduce them all to Jesus.
There you go. Me too. I'm with you, Therian. We're on the same page.
And if anyone does see those churches doing that, putting up signs with my name on, please take photos and send them up to me because I want to see all that free publicity.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how they haven't figured out about me yet because I'm in the same damn town they're in.
Yeah. I truly believe in reptilians, man. Don't know. I believe that there are the Nakash in the garden. He was a shining one. I think he was a reptilian. And I'm also kind of out there as far as what I believe in the garden, because I feel like Adam, the Bible says, was all of mankind. Adam, all of mankind. Eve, she was a hybrid. She was something else. And some people don't like that controversy, but I'll tell you what, go back to your Strong's Concordance and read it for yourself, and you'll see exactly what I'm saying, that Eve was an Isha, which is something other than human. the reptilians did not mesh with the humans, so they had to create a hybrid, which was half of them and half human, which which did work. So just saying, in my research, that's what I found. That's controversial. Some people call it blasphemous, but it is what it is. Period.
And for any reptilians watching, be scared. Be very scared because crocodile curry tastes delicious. And I want to get me a new handbag made out of reptilian skin.
You can give me that handbag, and you can get you some boots.
I know how to sew. I can make the bag. Just get me the skins.
Yeah, I need to get some. I need to get some reptilian skins.
I want to coat a nice reptilian coat.
Oh, a reptilian cloak.
Yeah. We can make some of them.
I'd like to have a reptilian pimp hat, a fedora. What they called?
Well, I could do that. The problem is, you know who we'd have to kill.
I'm not a reptilian. Don't look at me.
Damn it,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
have
have to
a-
go.
Oh
have
no,
a time.
it's somebody very, very, very high up in the Catholic Church.
Yes, Mandela, my reptilians are in the Bible. Just like Pleiadians are in the Bible, and so are Anunnakians.
Well, while we're after going, when we go after that reptilian, I want full access to the archives. That's all I'm saying.
If you look at it, this is what Satan was. Okay.
Yeah, I think Cain was
He had arms and legs and that, right? Satan did, or serpent. He had arms and legs until God took away those arms and legs. But in the meantime, Eve got pregnant.
I think Eve had sex with both of them, and her offspring were twins, Cain and Abel.
Yes.
Abel was of Adam, and Cain was of the other, and that's how come Cain was not even written in the family tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Cain was an abomination.
Yes, he was. He was never intended to be. And when they knew their nakedness in the garden, that's because they had become sexual, and God had not intended them to be sexual yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Reptilian steak sounds good. Okay, Mandela Mile, I got to tell you this right now. We'd have to cut them to a half-inch thick. They'd have to be done on a barbecue pit with plum wood properly made, which is cut to 1/2 inch thickness, soaked in water for 72 hours, so it would smoke the meat instead of just burning up. And then the reptile meat would be good.
I don't think Cain was a Nephilim. No, I don't think Cain was a Nephilim. Cain was offspring of Satan or the Nakash. You know, that's how I feel about that one. But see, Eve, I feel like Eve was a hybrid. So when Eve gave birth to Cain, Cain was not fully human either. That's how I feel about that.
Eve came from the side of Adam, from his.
Cain didn't. Abel did.
No, I'm talking about Eve. I'm talking about Eve. Eve came from the side of Adam.
Well, if you dig in a little deeper on that one, Tina, you'll see that it wasn't a rib; it was actually a cell. But that word was left out of the Bible in the translation because they didn't comprehend what a cell was at the time of the translation. That's in the Strong's Concordance as well.
Okay.
Which it could be either. Okay, it could be either because the rib also carries some fundamental parts of a cell, which is blood. So they could easily use a rib or a cell to get the same result.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just saying.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, it is what it is, but I don't want any of us to be separated or divided just on what we've learned or read. You know, I don't want to lead anybody astray. You take all this with a grain of salt. That's just from my research. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, with the quantum changes, the Bible and everything. That's why I've been putting up multiple Bible versions on my channel so everyone can see.
It's true, Colin. I mean, it's true. It is what it is. You know, we have to be able to prove all this stuff. You know. But you can go to Strong's Concordance, and I back up everything that I say. It's there.
That's what I like why I like using eSword, because you got the English version, you got the Greek version, and you got the
Yeah.
um,
Well, I
uh,
mean, any version, it doesn't matter if the word's
and then
getting
you
left
got the
out.
strong,
You
then you
know,
got the
during,
strong
yeah,
concordance with
yeah.
it.
Well, during the translation, if the word was an unused word, then it really doesn't matter because you're not going to find it anywhere unless you go do the research. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
Check out.
a lot of people don't even believe that sex was the fall. You know, I mean, it just depends on where you are in your walk and how much you've researched.
Right. Oh,
That's what.
I believe sex was the fault. That was the first sin, and then murder was the next.
Yeah, yeah. Some people believe it was image technology, you know, that caused the fall, which also said that if they used it too much, it would make them infertile. You know, so that's way out there in left field for people too. I mean, there's so many different ways you can contrive all this stuff. Just saying,
Hmm.
just depends on, I guess, whoever does their research.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think I started something in the chat room, but I don't know if it took.
Colin says, Stella Rev, it doesn't really matter. She came from Adam. That's what he's showing here. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
scroll up.
think she came from Adam and the serpent in the garden. I think she was a hybrid from my research.
Very well could be.
Because why would the Bible say Adam was all of mankind, male and female? Why didn't they say that about Eve? They didn't. And Eve is referred to as an Ishal, which is a hybrid. Yeah.
Yeah, we started something in the chat room.
Well, Adam, like whenever it says that the
Oh, we
serpent,
started something in the chat room.
listen.
What's going
When the
on in chat,
Bible
Jason?
Okay, when the Bible says that the serpent beguiled Eve, the word beguile is a sexual word.
Yes, it is.
It's a sexual connotation. Eve was innocent. She didn't know any better. She was tricked. She was beguiled. She was overcome. Adam, on the other hand, knew better. So Adam allowed that to take place. When Eve was innocent, she was tricked or taken over. See what I mean?
Um, Colin or Colin?
Yeah, Colin.
Yeah. Um, no, he wasn't a homo. He had sex with Eve.
Right.
Okay, and Satan had sex with Eve. So both had sex with Eve, and she ended up having twins.
Adam fell because he disobeyed God.
Correct.
Adam knew right from wrong.
Right.
Eve was beguiled.
Okay, check. I'm going.
Adam knew better. He shouldn't have taken that bite. You know what I mean? Adam should have just said no, and no means no. God
Yeah.
had not intended on them to be sexual yet.
Okay.
Because
Okay,
if you're not
Colin,
sexual, you're still innocent, and so you don't know your nakedness. You're innocent. Think of when you're a child and you're running around butt naked in the house. Yeehaw! Because you don't know sex. You're
Okay.
innocent. But
Colin,
once you're sexual, you want to cover your body because it's shameful, right? Think about that.
yeah. And Colin, look, the apple was just a metaphor.
Metaphor. Yeah.
Okay, it was just a metaphor.
But hey, we're all free to believe what we want to believe, Colin. We're all in our own on our own path and our own walk. Whatever's
Right.
comfortable for you, stay with that. That's what I need to say about that because everybody has their own walk.
Yeah. Adam did fall because he had sex with Eve.
Some people don't believe it was sex. Some people think it was a piece of fruit. Well, then that's their reality, and that's what they want
Right.
to believe.
Right.
That's their
Either
walk.
way, Adam broke a rule. He was
Yeah.
told not to do this. Doesn't matter what version you believe. He was told
Right.
not to do it. He did it
And
anyway,
did it.
and that caused his fall. Either way, he either got a piece of eat or eat.
Okay, Adam fell
Yeah.
because he chose to go along with Eve. The Bible says take a bite. See what I mean? It
Uh-huh.
was sex. Sex was the fall. God
Yeah.
had not intended on Adam and Eve to be sexual yet. They were too young of a creation, I believe. That's
It's
what
also
that's
like
what I think, Colin.
Yeah.
when they ate from the tree of knowledge, they learnt about good and evil.
Oh,
Eve,
so is
Eve,
the apple in the story.
Eve bit the apple first, and her eyes were opened.
Right.
Yeah.
Then
Chloe,
she turned into a raving whore, put herself on the street corner of Fifth Avenue, wearing skimpy outfits for $50 off.
let's not
I'm
go
not
there.
going
I'm not gonna downgrade what I'm saying. I believe truly, what I'm saying. I'm not joking about it. It's only
But
doing my
that makes
research.
sense. That makes sense that Eve would actually be the apple that's discussed about in the Bible.
Well, Eve
No,
was beguiled. Eve was overtaken. She was.
if you look in the Bible, Colin or Colin, I'm sorry. If you
It's
look in
Colin.
the Bible, okay, and you look up the word guile in Strong's,
hmm
it'll tell you right there.
You're overcome sexually.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just take a look for yourself. You
Have a
know,
look.
take
Nobody's trying to change your views or your religious beliefs.
take it to
Yeah.
the Lord. Let
Yeah.
let Jesus or the Holy Ghost guide you in this. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to confuse anybody or make anybody angry and think I'm being blasphemous because that's not the point. That's not what I'm trying to do.
Right.
Well, no, every version of Christianity's got a different take on the whole thing. So
Yeah.
there's no way any of us are going to judge you on that one.
No, I don't want to, and I don't want to be judged either.
I don't think sex had anything to do with it. I myself, I'm on the fence on this because the whole eating an apple being the kicked out of Eden was kind of hokey to begin with. But I don't think having sex was either. I think there's a story missing out of, or a chapter missing out of Genesis.
I
That
truly
really tells
do.
the story.
Yeah.
Listen, the Vatican hides a lot of stuff.
Can I just quickly read a Bible verse on
Go ahead,
this
Terry.
topic?
Sure.
Go
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's Genesis 3:22. And the Lord God said, the man has now become like one of us, knowing good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and eat and live forever.
That's right. And he put an angel in front of the Garden of Eden so nobody can get in.
Yeah, Chloe, I'm not saying that I fully believe Eve was a hybrid. I'm just saying, due to preponderance of the evidence, the Bible says that Adam was all of mankind, male and female. So when it said that, how come it didn't include Eve? That's all I'm saying, okay? And some people do believe that the apple was a substitution for the pomegranate, which I don't believe that.
Actually, I believe the first bit where Adam was put in and then Eve followed was all wrote by a man trying to over-import the importance of a man. Now, the fact that it reads like an entire transgender thing where Adam was neither male nor female, that is kind of got me scratching my head to go on the logic I was going on there.
Cohen, he was, to me, Cain was a reptilian, more or less. Okay? Because Satan, like I said, in the garden, had arms and legs until Satan or God took them away. So Cain had arms and legs. Okay? He was a reptilian. He was a half and half. I don't know if he was a giant. I don't know none of that. I do know that he had a place over Israel where he started, and it was Canaanites. Okay? So just like I said, you take all this, take it to God, take it to Jesus, research it in your Bible, in the Strongs, and there you go.
All right, everybody. I got to bounce out. I got to go to bed. I got to get up early and go to work. I should be good with my sleep time, but I'm cutting it close.
All right, hon. What happened?
Good night, Jason.
Good night. Love you, brother.
And if
Yeah, I love you,
anybody,
brother.
I love everybody in here. I really do. And if anybody wants to cuss me out, you can find me on Hangouts at mcfall.jason77 at gmail.com. You can email me, tell me what kind of a piece of crap I am. You can reach me on Hangouts, tell me what kind of a douche I am. And I'll be more than happy to post it in a hate mail video, which I'm getting ready to put out.
And we love you, brother. You have a good night.
Wait, I can't put out a hate mail video. I've only got 2 pieces of hate mail the whole time I've been doing this. And neither one of them is worth mentioning. Hey, Mandela Mile.
Aww.
Fucking love you, sis. That's great. That's great.
We love you, Mandela, man.
Who was kicked off?
Kicked off for a minute.
Oh, you got kicked off?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
That's Colin.
I'm fixing to tell you what I mean about the hybrids. Hang on a second.
I'm not sure I added much to anything, but at least I added some comedy to the whole mess. I
Love
made
you being
y'all
here,
laugh.
Jason. I love your presence. You're always welcome here.
Yes.
I made people laugh. I made people smile. That's my job. That's what I do. Yeah, Mandela Mile, Honey Ann was booted from her own channel for 1 minute. Happens to me all the time. She's got bad cell phone service where she lives at, so it kicks her from now and then.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it mutes her and she doesn't know it.
Yep.
Or maybe she muted herself on purpose right now. I don't know.
I switched from AT&T. I'm telling you all this before I go. I switched from AT&T to Straight Talk, and I made sure I got a phone that was on the Verizon network, so I would not have that problem. I want to pay $100 for the phone, but now I've got unlimited high-speed data on my phone and on my computer through the Wi-Fi hotspot for $60 a month.
And on that topic, I'm just going to throw out this from personal experience. If you have a shitty provider and they keep trying to overbill you for a substandard service before you leave that service, while you're still on contract with them, tell them if they don't fix it, you're leaving and you're not going to bother paying them anymore, and they will fix things quickly.
Well, I was on prepaid, so I didn't have that problem. And I called AT&T.
AT&T is so wealthy, they don't give a crap. They don't give a rat's butthole if you leave them or not. They got so much money. They're just they don't care.
Some of them do, though.
Yeah, some of them do, some of them don't. I myself, I waited until the main office was closed, and I was forced into the Philippines for my customer service. And I told them what was going on, what was happening, what's been going on. They went through all the records, and they've got over 780 phone calls for me complaining about the service. And I said, at this point, do you think I have the right to leave and go to a different carrier? And they go, we're giving you the information you need to switch from this carrier, our carrier, to whoever you're going to. We're going to give you all the information. They gave me the information. The transfer from AT&T to Straight Talk took less than 5 minutes. I had to reboot my phone 3 times, and I only had to make one phone call to customer support at Straight Talk to have my phone repositioned because I did not know the reprogram phone number. But yeah, AT&T took good care of me on transferring my stuff out. Mainly because I waited until I knew the United States was closed.
Yeah, I'll have to make sure to say that it's purely for entertainment purposes, because I don't want anybody to say I'm being blasphemous. I've had that happen a few times, Chloe. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show you exactly where it is and how I derived that information. That way, you'll see that it's not contrived or made up. It's all there. Also you see in the Bible, there's words that were left out, like round tires, like the moon. That word was supposed to have been included in the Bible, which sounds really funny. And signet rings, which kind of takes you back to Masons. That's another word that should have been in the Bible that was left out. Just saying, so you know, I'm not crazy. It's the truth.
Yeah, and look at all the editing that's been done to the Bible in the last few hundred years.
Oh yeah, and they're steadily changing the word, and they're making it more Satan's word than God's word. Just so you know.
Yeah.
And if you trace back to the Septuagint, which is before the King James, it's a lot less contaminated. Just saying.
All right. For the last time, I'm out. I'll see you.
All right, Jason.
Thank you, Jason, for joining us.
All right.
It was a lot of fun. Tell Debs I said good night, okay?
I will. I love all of you.
Love you too.
Love you, brother.
Good night. Okay. So, anything you guys want to talk about? I mean, I don't want anybody to leave from here thinking that we're being blasphemous or anything. Everybody has their own
thing I want to say, seeing as, like they keep changing it to this one world religion, new world order bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's what I've got to say. Satan can suck it because Jesus will always be king.
Amen.
Yeah. Amen.
King of kings and the Lord of lords. Amen.
Everything that we talk about on here, you guys take it to the Lord, man.
Take it to the Lord and take it to do your own research, and you'll come about.
And sure,
it's never my intent to deceive anybody.
Yes,
so you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, and God wants us to find the information and look for it.
Yeah, it's free will. Some of us are researchers by nature, and that's just what we do. Others choose to, have their own path and their own walk, their own ways of discovery, which I respect that too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Now,
long as you respect my path, I respect yours, and we can all get along.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
it.
and if you put your faith in God, God will guide you.
Yes.
And if you're wrong, He will correct you guys. So
Yes.
you know, I've been slapped in the butt a few times because I was, not correct on things. I was corrected real fast.
That's the whole key right there is you take it to God, and wherever you are on your walk, He'll show you. Like with me, I got stuck on the word beguiled, man. I couldn't figure out what that word was.
Right.
Finally,
Something so simple as a word
yeah,
will describe it all to you. Amen.
yeah,
Go ahead,
yeah.
Tina.
And it's like I found out what it was. It is like, oh my God. And you put two and two together, and that is,
Well, you can't change it. There's no other way to dice that up and slice that up. Beguiled is beguiled.
yep, yep. So you got to take it, take it to the Lord, study for yourself, and
Take my opinion with a grain of salt.
mine.
If it doesn't resonate with you, then don't mess with it. Don't touch it.
Right.
Like what is it? MC Hammer? Can't touch this. Don't touch this. Yeah. And when Theory and I talk about a three-ring circus, we're literally referring to the madness in the world. It's a personal joke. It's nothing more or less than that. So nobody
Yeah,
takes it the wrong
because
way.
this
We have to
timeline is
laugh it
literally
off.
time world.
Yeah, we have to laugh it off so we don't go crazy. And that's just, that's what that is.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to go grab a drink.
All right, sweetie. Okay, I wanted to give you the definition right quick. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Let me get this. Go back. Okay. Trying to pull up a new screen here. Let me tap. My voice sounds lovely, doesn't it?
Oh, it's so cool. You got muted again. I don't know if you know that or not, honey. Ann. Just letting you know.
Thank you. Okay. So, to beguile means to charm or enchant someone.
Sometimes in a deceptive way.
Okay. And to beguile, some of the time, let's see here. What else is another translation of beguile? To charm or enchant someone, sometimes in a deceptive way. Every prominent American artist has been beguiled by Maine. That's a word, a definition of that. Let's see. The literary says, help time pass pleasantly, to beguile some of the time. They went to the movie theater. To amuse, to delight, to entertain, to overcome sexually, to exploit, to engross, enthrall, divert, fascinate, engage, distract, delight. Yep, that's what I'm coming up with here. Okay. To thoroughly deceive, fraud, yeah.
See, it's all that. All of it. It's all rolled up in one, man.
To deceive by guile or charm, beguile unwary investors. To deprive someone of something, beguile or deceit. Cheat, a disease that beguile me of strength. To distract the attention or divert from. Yeah. Let's see. There we go. It goes on and on and on. But it says, to overcome someone sexually is the main word, the main thing. To influence by trickery or flattery, to mislead, delude, to take away from, cheating or deceiving.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Who
there
does
you
it
go.
sound like? That sounds like Satan, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, because he's a liar and all he knows is lies because that's all he has in him. Yep. I'm trying to see here some more words.
Yeah, he does. He's got a lot of aspects, but
Here's another word, another one for beguile. It means to entice or to catch by bait.
yeah,
Yeah. If someone beguiles you, you are charmed and attracted by it.
there you go.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
See, that word had me stuck for a long time, and then
Mm-hmm.
I learned, man. I learned real quick.
There you go. Therian's back.
Back in town. That's why I said, Colin, take it to the Lord, hon. I'm not gonna fight you on it. I'm not gonna, what you believe is what you believe. You know, you're you're maybe on a different path or walk than I am. So,
Right, because some of the context in the Bible says that Eve, when she ate of the tree of good and evil, instantly she became aware of the sin or disobedience. See, that's one translation there.
mhm,
Yeah. The Hebrew breaks down to deceive.
yeah,
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast in the field. So it starts out by beguiled, I would say charmed or mesmerized, unable to look away.
yeah,
Mhm. So there's many different meanings, many translations of the same word. I guess it would just depend on who's breaking it down and where you're getting your information from. And then here's another one that gets people: what the seed of the woman, the offspring of the woman, which comes from Genesis 3:15, says is a concept which is viewed differently in Judaism and Christianity. In Christian theology, the phrase is often given a messianic interpretation. Where's the rest of it? You got to be careful where you're getting your translations for today, because in some parts it can be changed. They can go in there and change it. Okay, let's see. In Judaism, it says contrasting groups of the seed of the woman and the seed of the serpent are generally taken as plural, and the promise, he will bruise the head, applied to Adam, or mankind bruising the serpent's head. And there's a Jewish tradition where Messiah is said to be a remedy to the bruising of the heel of the seed of the woman. Does that not tell you
look,
being beguiled was literally sexual? And the two seeds, the two bloodlines broke off there with Cain and Abel.
yep,
Abel was murdered, but still,
right,
the future offspring of Adam and Eve.
right. Uh, Cohen, I am not gonna sit here and debate with you about this.
No, no, no. Colin is right in his own right. We all have our own walk, and
Right.
we can always agree to disagree and take it at that, and love one another. Period.
Yep. I love you, brother, in Christ, and
Amen.
you believe what you believe in, and I believe in what I believe in.
Yeah. Like I said, we're all on our own walk, and if 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 we be wrong in our walk in our path, the Lord will always correct us.
Right.
But we surely don't want to deceive anybody else or get them off of their path,
Exactly.
because if the Lord intends on you to be on a certain path, that's where you're going to be. Period. You
Yeah.
know.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm respectful of everybody. I love the circus too, Chloe. Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah, we are just debating. Awesome. And I appreciate that and I respect that. There's no, I'm not offended. And that's what Tina and I are saying. We're hoping we don't offend you either,
Right.
in any aspect, because we always come with loving hearts.
Yep. That's it.
Man,
Love
that
you.
Miles said, let's take a ride and see what we can find. Let's take a ride on the crazy train. Yeah, come join the stream. If I do a stream on the hybrids in the garden, that will be a ride on the crazy train. I'm scared to do it. That's the reason why I haven't put it out there because it may cause a lot of people to turn against me and say that I'm not following my faith. Which if it happened that way or it didn't happen that way, like I said, ultimately it's not going to change who I am or what I believe as far as Jesus Christ being born, being God in the flesh, the Son of Man, coming, being crucified, dying, rising after 3 days, saving me from my sins. Period.
hmm
You
Like
know.
that thing, I believe Jesus Christ died on the cross for my
Yeah,
sins, shed
that's
his
right.
blood for all of us here on earth, and
Yeah,
nothing and no one will take that away from me. And
that's
all
right.
Christ believers believe that, and that's where we got to stand together there.
No matter what path or what route we take to get to Jesus, the ultimate answer is always going to be Jesus.
Jesus.
Amen.
Say,
Amen.
yeah,
Amen.
And everything in between is just meant to separate us and divide us.
yeah,
As long as we can come together and realize that's the whole satanic faction's plan to divide us, to divide and conquer, and we can defeat it.
yes.
If we can all come
Yeah.
together in love, because that's what Jesus was about.
Mm-hmm. He was all
He
about
was,
love.
he was a peaceful, loving God. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or his father, God, however you choose to believe in that aspect. Because some people don't believe that some people believe Jesus for the Trinity. Some people don't believe in the Trinity. Some do. I do. I believe in Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost.
I believe that too.
Some people think that was made up. Which that's sad and it breaks my heart. But it is what it is. So many
The
people
thing
have
is,
so many
though,
different beliefs. Gosh,
Yeah.
the thing is, though, it's like it's all perception,
it is
and
perception. You're
the
right.
human mind can't fully conceive God is in his entirety because he is so much more.
Yeah.
He is. He is.
Three are actually one.
Yes.
Yeah, they
Yes.
are all separate and the same at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you have to know that's true because if it wasn't true, then why is Satan mocking the Trinity with his evil, with his evil Trinity? You know what I mean? Because
Right.
Satanic people also have a Trinity, the unholy Trinity, and so everything has to be opposite of one another. So if that wasn't true or real, then I don't think the Satanists would have that.
Right. Yep.
You
Yep.
know? Yeah.
That's it.
Now,
Yeah.
to lose some of the negativity about Satanists, I can tell you one thing that's good about the Satanic Bible. It makes great bog roll.
There you go.
Oh wow.
It makes up for a great bud killer, huh?
Yeah,
Like
it's
that.
also good for lighting fires with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have that trash in my house if you paid me to.
Oh, I know.
I imagine some of it sneaks in every day when you're on the internet, whether you like it or not. But you know,
It's
it's
good. It's
You,
funny.
you,
learn about your enemy, but you don't want to go so far as into
Yeah, you don't want to get sucked in.
yeah, you don't want to get sucked into it.
So many things are intriguing out there, and they catch our curiosity. Like I said to you guys, just in passing, I may mention the other night that when I was younger, I was so caught up and interested in tarot cards and palm reading and all that. But due to my mother instilling it in me, and I was an obedient child, I never went there. And you guys have no idea how bad I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to have my fortune told or have my palm read or my cards read, but I never did it. Because my mother told me not to go there. Period. Those open up doorways that you don't need to be opening. You know, that's
I
just
want to point something out on air, which I've already spoke about with you guys off. Yeah, it's like when I had my goth shop and I was selling crystal balls. I had a table covered in them like this. And I would do crystal ball readings for 50p. The only thing is, the answer you'd get would always be the same.
I know, Colin. I made
You and
mention
your
that
money
too.
will soon be parted.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Colin, I agree. When he was on his deathbed, he literally saw the other side. He realized he was wrong about everything.
Yes.
We're talking about Anton Day, and that is so true. His
Yep.
daughter was there and witnessed that. He
Yep.
saw that he was
Said, "Oh my
wrong on
God!
oh my God, I was so
so
wrong. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, Colin. Amen. So we know the other side exists. We know it's real. And
Mhm.
look at all the hospice nurses. You know, hospice nurses talk all the time about all that going down. You know, when they're in there with the people when they're passing, about
Yeah.
angels coming in. You know, I remember a story when my papa passed. My mom and my nanny were there, and my mom and my nanny were both talking about how crowded the room was. You know, because the room was filled with angels. But yeah, the room was literally so crowded it was hard for them to walk when my papa had passed.
No.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, demons probably did come to get him, but I imagine Colin, he saw the other side. He saw the opposite end where he could have went if he would have chose to do right, you know, instead of being a dumbass or a rebel. So pardon me for cussing, but you know, instead of going against our creator, you know, do what thy will, which is really sad.
Yeah. Do what they will. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
oh well.
It was free will. It was your choice.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it comes down to free will, period. You know?
Yeah.
That's what I feel. You know, that's why I always tell everybody, and y'all do too, you know, the gift is free. How much does it cost? Nothing. It doesn't
Nothing.
cost anything to give Jesus a try.
Yes.
Just let him
Nothing.
in, you know?
Yeah. You gotta let them in. Gotta let them in.
Yeah. See, I mean, I know at some point in my life I had turned away from God. I might have been angry. I don't know what the issue was, but I couldn't pray for a couple of years. But my path has always been that one with Jesus my whole life
Yeah.
because that's how I was raised.
Me too.
I never missed Sundays mornings or nights or Wednesdays. And I loved going to church and I loved going to church camp. Even though I always felt different, I always felt like a weirdo. Like I didn't fit in. The kids were really mean. You know, I
Well,
reached a certain age, I learned how to build up a hard exterior where people didn't mess with me anymore.
I think with all the Christ believers, man, like for me, I don't know about you, how you guys feel, but to me, like right now, we're having church. This is
Oh yeah,
to me. We don't need a building to go to or you know, um, or and stuff like that. Jesus is where two or three are gathered together in His name. Well, look, we got all of us here on the panel, and then we got Mandela and Chloe and Colin and
Colin,
yeah, and so we're having church
Marion,
now. And yeah, I sit out at the panel, Marion, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and you, me. It's like the Lord is
Yeah.
just here.
Where two or more gather, you can't be deceived or pulled under.
No,
No, and it's God will always be there in different ways.
Yeah,
He goes to every country, every language, and he will make his presence known.
honest, Colin, honest. Amen. Yeah. I don't believe in going to a structure and calling that, you know, the body of Christ. I think that's a deception too. Those walls close you in.
It is. Look at the corruption in organized religion.
I think we are the body. We are the body of Christ.
Yeah. And look, I'm in Ohio, Therian's in the UK, Honey Ann's in Texas,
Just
um,
Chloe's right down the road from me.
Chloe's in Texas. I don't know where Mandela
Mandela
Mile.
Miles in Canada, I think.
Oh wow, Canada,
I
and
think
then
he's in Canada.
we got
Colin, where are you at? What state are you located in? I want to say Michigan, but I'm not sure about Colin. You'll have to answer me. Yeah, Mandela Mile and I, we've chatted for a while, just like Theron and I. I think Mandela Mile and I chatted on Robert Wood's channel and on Bluebeard's channel for a long time. You know, yeah. I think I met Chloe on Digital Intel channel, but it could have been before that. And Colin, I met Colin on Candy Cupcakes channel, and I met you, Tina, on Cowboys channel.
yeah,
Yeah, yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't forget where I meet people. He's Colin, I was totally off. What a
Oh
loser. He's in
wow,
Australia.
that's really great.
I'm such a loser. I totally was off on you, Colin. I'm sorry. I might be thinking about the other Colin. Because there was two Collins that used to go on Jennifer's channel.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but you guys don't get this wrong. Chloe's not the nut that lives next door to me that I was just telling you about. Just so you know. She's not the reason why I had to put up the privacy fence.
I agree, Chloe. I love Australian accent too, man.
Yeah, I do too. The Aussies and the English, I really love them.
Yeah.
Hmm. You know how we perceive people like from Australia and England when they speak, or even Finland or New Zealand. It's so neat and unique because it's not what we're used to hearing. I wonder how they perceive us. Like me, like Chloe and myself being really Southern. But
Right.
Tina, I hear you say y'all. And you're from Ohio and you use the word y'all.
Yeah, I do because
Hmm.
my mom was born in Kentucky. I was
Oh,
born in Cincinnati, right across from Kentucky. So
oh,
my dad was from the lower Ohio part. My mom was from Kentucky, so I'm half hillbilly. I'm half redneck.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Colin, he's on hiatus. I'll leave it at that, okay? Yeah, I just choose not to discuss icky situations. So we'll just leave it at that. Yeah, yeah, I watch your streams, Colin. I was there Friday. Remember? You remember?
Oh yeah, you know what? Does Colin have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, yeah. He does a lot of like music and he'll like stream like other programs. And Friday, I'm pretty sure it was him. Friday he did a thing with Tom Horn. Yeah,
Oh,
it was really good.
well, I'm
But
gonna have to subscribe to him.
yeah, yep. Robert Wood or Woods. I remember Robert Wood. Yeah, I don't remember an S. Mandela Mile.
I remember an S.
Do you?
But then again, I remember one time he got drunk off his head and impaled him on his own samurai sword.
Yeah, tell him about that. Tell him that story.
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching him one time, back when he had the S. And he was drunk, he was messing around with a katana, he was going like this, balancing it on his finger. And he went like that and flicked it up in the air, and it came down and it went right through his chest, right there.
Oh,
And there was blood spraying everywhere.
oh my.
And it's like, literally the only reason that stream stopped is because it timed out.
He was perfectly fine, guys. Go ahead.
And then the next day I see his stream up and I'm thinking it's going to be someone else, and it's saying he's live to say, yeah, they found him and that, and like saying he's like passed away, but he's perfectly fine sitting there. And then I noticed it's like the S had disappeared.
Wow.
And I was literally rubbing my eyes because there's no way he could have faked that. Because it wasn't like a quick death, it was a slow, painful one.
Wow.
Colin, do you follow the Mandela effect at all? Do you see the changes? I was just going to say, if you do, beware of Velveeta, the cheesiest, because it's changed. It's been addicted. Our Velveeta cheese is no longer spelled Velveeta. It's spelled Velveeta. Just saying. Check it out. I'm hoping it still tastes the same, guys. I'm going to have to go buy some. Because I make chili con queso with Velveeta.
Well, what I've noticed, with like the quantum effect and the changes, when Kit Kat lost the dash, it still tasted exactly the same. So it's like literally, it's only the packaging that changes. Everything else,
Dr. Pepper changed. The flavor of Dr. Pepper changed therein. I've been pepper my whole life, and I've switched over to Mr. Pibb.
Yeah, the thing is, I noticed with Dr. Pepper when it changed, the ingredients had also changed. It had a lower sugar content and it had corn syrup in it.
Well, I know when I was a kid, it literally did have prune juice in it, and they changed the recipe of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, I'm going to say good night. And I love you guys. I love you all.
Yeah.
Darian,
Okay. Well, I
honeymoon.
think we've taken this stream as far as we can take it.
Love you, sister.
I love you too. Mwah. I love you guys all in the chat room, guys.
Well, God bless you, Tina.
All right.
And may you be surrounded with a white light of protection.
Thank you.
Rest well, Levy.
Oh, well. All right.
I'm
Good
blessed
night,
to have
all.
this lady in my life.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Tina.
Bye.
And then there was two.
And then there were two. Yeah, Mandela Mile. Yeah. Robert's really funny and he's cool. I just really feel bad for him. I felt really bad when he lost his house. Thank you, Colin. I appreciate that. I hope you come back, and I'll make sure to go by and visit you too.
One thing what I'd like to add is when Robert Woods was over in the UK.
He's not there anymore?
No.
He went back to the US?
Yeah, I'm just disappointed that I didn't get to meet him. He was in Manchester all the time.
Yeah.
If he had come up to Sheffield, I would have gone out of my way to go and meet him.
Yeah.
And I reckon he would have liked Sheffield with all the canals and everything around here.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of nice places to visit.
When did he come back home to the US?
A few months ago.
Wow. Yeah, I haven't seen any of his streams lately.
Yeah, he was saying that when he was over in Manchester, he went to meet a YouTuber who's in Manchester who drives a lot, has a very big ego problem, and likes to call everyone shills, and he drove off. He didn't even get out of the car and say hi. But it's obvious who he was referring to. And sometimes you just got to point out a government shill when you see a government shill. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. To the one that drove away. Because I do my research.
Okay, I'm still here. My puppy's freaking out. Oh, where is he crying, freaking out? Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, I think I've destroyed the stream to its max. So I'm going to go ahead and bid you adieu. Wish you good night and sweet dreams. God bless you. Thank you for coming. And please come back again.
Yeah, and everyone be sure to hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button while you're at it.
Ciao.
And have a great night, day, morning, wherever you are.
Wherever you are.